it, mama. Hey everybody, guess what? We are back. This is Africa is Next podcast. I'm not alone. I have my three compadres. I have the Fire Lord himself. Yes, the ruler of the Fire Nation. Zuko Mlambo. You should check him out on all social media channels at Cortezi with a double E and a double Z and a double E. That's the one. And then I have Tebello Khala, the one smiling over there, like he got laid or something. I don't know what's going on. And you can check him out at Tebello Khala or KC Media on YouTube. He has two podcasts out. One is the Geek Spot, and then the other is Nerdgasm. The name speaks for itself. Well, the Nerdgasm part, we talk about anything that is nerd related, whether it's movies, anime. We just do tangents sometimes. We do filler episodes. We call it Ditawata Anime, or we just talk about anything that tickles our fancy. And then the Geek Spot, basically, we have conversations with other creatives out there, whether you're a video game developer or you are just someone who's doing something completely out of anything geek related, but you're still a geek at heart. We talk to you. So if you do stuff like that, do DM him on like TikTok or something so that we can have a discussion about whatever it is that you
or
like.
Instagram or yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like such a perverted lie. Slide into my DMs.
And then we have like the Nightwing of the group. Basically, the reason I call him, it's because, yeah, if you watch Young Justice, Dick Grayson was the youngest, but he was the most experienced. So yeah, that's Buckmeister Cul. You can check him out on Meister Geek Media or Buckmeister Cul Reacts. Those are his two YouTube channels. Very, very cool, interesting stuff. There's jokes, there's rap songs, there's like T'Challa sketches. By the way, speaking of T'Challa, he has a webtoon out called Black Panther versus Kang. He has 6 issues out there. Very interesting storyline. I really don't like Kang for what he did in that story. Dude is evil to the core, but you don't have to take my word for it. Check it out and do let him know your thoughts. And he has actually an account on Coffee. Check him out there if you'd like to basically just chip in something there to support his work. Pardon?
I wrote a better Kang than the MCU.
Exactly.
Oh, do I have
no cap? No cap.
That is hilarious. Yeah, so if you want to support his stuff, because he's busy with also an animated series. So just if you want to like support him, do so by following the Coffee link. I'll put in the link in the description below. So by the way, if you're new, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, because you're gonna love our content for sure. If you have no idea what this is about, we talk about anything anime, comic book related, cartoon related. And today we're gonna be talking about a movie, an animated movie that came out in 1998. It's called Gen 13. Gen 13 is a film that's actually based on a comic book created by Jimlee, Brandon Choi, and J. Scott Campbell. And basically, I think this is when they were still pushing Wildstorm. It's on the Wildstorm. This is around the time when these guys were very famous in the comic book industry, like because they left the big two to do their own thing, Imagecomics, and under Imagecomics, Wildstorm was there.
Is that why Gen 13 was around, like because I saw that they were also with Marvel, and they also had a crossover with Marvel, then they had a DC crossover and all of that stuff. Like they were everywhere.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I just don't know much of the details on it, but these guys were doing a lot of different things at the time. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, there was the Wildstorm. There was the.
I think they get rebooted more than DC continuity. Like every time in a comic, it's a new Gen 13. These people are totally different. Character Grunge, in one continuity, he didn't even have any powers. He was just hanging out with the crew, or his powers came late or something. It was
right.
So. Sorry.
Yeah, I saw in one of the comments on that video that we're checking out, someone mentioned that some of the original writers are no longer around, like of the comic book run. So yeah, I don't really know much about the history unless you guys know something that I don't. But
yeah, I have so many questions.
Okay. You
Because
wanna?
I'm the newbie. I think you guys have all seen this. I've never seen in this movie in a day in my life, and yeah, I was like,
Okay, maybe we should get into it then.
there's so
So
many counter lawsuits that are supposed to be happening. I was like, hey, and then
yeah,
a few minutes later, hey,
I actually watched this movie like back in 2004, 5, when I was
Ah,
like, you know, when you're channel hopping and then you just watch something you've never seen before, you don't know this
yeah.
character, you're like, wait, what's going on? And
That's how I the Green Lantern movie, the one with Hal Jordan.
which
I
one?
found it by accident. Green Lantern's Might, the one where he fights Sinestro at the end.
Oh,
Oh,
First Flight.
First Flight, yeah. That's the one
Yeah,
I found it by accident.
One of
yeah,
my
man.
one of my favorite animated DC movies ever.
Yeah, same.
One of them.
It's
Like,
actually better than the live action movie. But anyway,
Ah,
yeah,
guys,
that's
which,
not.
what's that?
But it,
Which movie?
anyway, guys, let's get into it, man. So basically, this movie explores the life of this girl called Caitlin Fairchild, who's a brilliant. Well, I mean, she's an academic, right? And then she gets approached by someone from the National Security Committee.
side note, to everybody out there that's
If
listening,
the guy,
just
if
because
I,
your life is going a little bit sideways, is not a reason to join the military. Like if someone comes up to me and says, "Hey, we got this secret program for you," run, woman.
I was like, join the
Like not even
military.
regular military, secret.
No, I know the first thing that got to my mind. Okay, so they want to give you a full scholarship. It's like, oh, okay. You know, when they give you a scholarship, it means they're paying for you to go to school.
Yeah.
Oh, that you're going to some secret facility. And girl, the only okay, I don't want to go there, but I'm gonna go there.
Go,
The
bro.
the only reason you said yes is because you're sick and tired of your roommate getting a cheek slapped in your dorm. That's the only reason.
I was like, "I man, like you couldn't go meet a bra, you couldn't go to the bar, you couldn't go to the library."
You couldn't
You know,
ask
you
like the
Couldn't
couldn't
call
dean
your
to
uncle
like.
for some advice
Yeah,
how to handle this.
we couldn't you have asked for Dean for another room.
Yeah,
What?
couldn't you just ask the dean to like take you to another room or something? Like,
And
because
you're
you
an
seem
A
to be.
student, so I'm sure they will accommodate you.
Look,
You're an honor student and everything.
I understand that the school wasn't the pits because they got a lecturer that knew nothing about Julius Caesar to talk about Julius Caesar. The way I was correcting the lecturer at the same time, they're like all the points she was saying, I was saying that I'm like, no, he didn't become emperor. Wait, what? Like,
Yeah, she was that for me felt like a Death Note moment where Light is not paying attention, but if you're to ask him about anything, you realize that you were poking the wrong person.
because I am the one.
Yeah, I'm not the one.
Yeah. Then I think I sent you, I did send you guys a voice note because I was live reacting while sending you voice notes because to quantify my reactions. And my first thing is like, also the roommate is a mahosha.
Yeah, she is.
Like,
She
and
is, bro.
She's not a mahosha, she's liberated. Her body, her choice.
yeah, but she doesn't have enough condoms.
Hey, dude, I couldn't believe my
Man,
eyes.
easy.
The first time I watched
Whatever.
that, I couldn't believe my eyes, though, because I watched it around like 5:30 to 6
no ways.
p.m.
This
I'm
is
like,
a Heban now. What?
And there were full cheeks. Okay, they're tastefully animated. I'll give you that. They like they float.
Saying, but this
My
is like, yeah, they were skirting some lines here. Because the thing is, when this movie, let's actually get to the beginning because we're going all over the place. So when this movie opens, like we're seeing some people running from military and what, and I'm thinking, oh, this is like Batman Begins. It's like not Batman Begins. Where is she? No, it's like Batman the animated series.
yes,
So I'm
that's
thinking,
what I thought.
like, oh, okay, this is like a Batman the animated series
It
type
looks like
thing.
Hannah.
Yeah, like a little bit of Hannah, but it gave me more Bruce Timm stuff, more Bruce Timm vibes. Even if you look at some of the drawings, it's straight up Bruce Timm style, kind of.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get that, and then all of a sudden, then I see the car explodes, and I'm like, oh, okay, this family's trying to get away, and then they light that mom up, and then you see there's blood everywhere, and I was like, whoa, okay. So this is not animated.
Yeah.
This is hardcore animated series. Okay.
I had so many questions because the helicopter guys straight up murdered this woman.
Yes.
But then they said they wanted to capture you guys alive. I was like, define alive.
That guy
No,
is trigger happy, bro.
Guys, we're gonna when we get to it at the end, or probably in the middle of this review, I have some smoke for this movie. But anyway,
Don't we all?
so yeah. Anyway, after they then the dad, who's probably should have maybe made that his opening move. I feel like maybe just like I know okay,
Like
if you weren't and you want your kids and the ex-wife, as we found out in the movie, if you want her to make it, maybe just use your superpowers immediately and get them into the forest.
It's like that moment where Goku has to watch Krillin die first before he transforms. Like, my nigga.
Or like that's another thing about the movie. We find out he has a homie. I was like, you didn't have the bra's phone number? Because that guy rolled up in like military, like you couldn't call him and just be like, "Hey, guy, I'm running, help, please." But anyway,
well, there weren't cell phones at the time, so I guess it was back in the era of the payphone. I guess I don't know.
Or a pager.
Can't forget.
Yeah, pages existed. So
something. If you're running from the government, chief, which I'm even suspect. I don't even believe that's the government but anyway. After that thingy, so after all of that happens, then then we cut to Fairchild. She's waking up from a nightmare that's supposedly her nightmare because she's just remembering the beginning of the movie. Then
but you know what I was asking myself? Okay, you know how like how in movies when someone is narrating a story, they're also narrating scenes where they were not present.
Yeah.
So when I was thinking of this, Fairchild was extremely a baby, like an infant, right? And then the other thing is, we see credits in this movie. Did she dream the credits? Like,
who could not? I swear to God, that baby I would have thrown that baby into the river years ago. The way that child could not shut the hell up.
Yeah, bro.
Like, oh la la, you don't know you're being chased. You're just a baby. Whoa! That child had more lungs than Goku. And no wonder. Okay, yeah, I'll leave it like. I can see why Broly happened. That's all I can say.
Anyway, to
a scene below.
To anybody who does not know what we're talking about, there's two children. One is a bit older, is a boy, holding a baby girl, and that boy is being told by the dad before he dies that, look, please take care of your sister no matter what happens. And fade to black.
Fade to black.
And then so she wakes up. Yeah.
And the first thing we get introduced to is booty chicks in pink panties.
Hey,
was that 4 minutes and 20 seconds? No. I took the timestamp. Where is it? Like 4 minutes and how many seconds?
You took the timestamp.
I was like,
hey, someone's paying attention.
I was not ready. I could never.
I was actually surprised that the Venezuela is gonna take notes for this movie. I'm like, you take notes? Like, what's going on?
He was shook.
Hey, so walk us through this bedroom scene, dog.
Who are asking? Zuko?
You?
Yeah.
Oh, Zuko.
No, Zuko. I'm asking Zuko.
That's a good choice. He's a married man who's clearly hetero.
Wait, why am I in it? Okay, so we get to the bedroom scene, and then first of all, you see that this is a good character reveal. You see that she's a pushover because her roommate tells her like, "Oh no, I switched your alarm because I came in at 3 a.m." And she's just like, "Oh, okay. No, I'm gonna be like, dude, get out, papa. I don't care who said you must come in at late. You at school. You're not at ho is me. You at school.
What are you what
girl? Also, what is she learning besides taking it?
She's learning. She signed up to the Brook Forest Academy of Holdrum.
parents. Oh my god.
Exactly. So like this scene is
That's
like,
the course.
so I'm watching this.
The semester is on how to become broke.
Nah, dog. Look, Brooke was a hoe, but like she hoed with one man. She was hoeing
With
with
one
everyone.
family.
Well, one family. Anyway, so this scene is a nice establishing scene where you get to see thingy Caitlin's character and her circumstances that she's in, and it was kind of weak in a way that it would push her to like leave school.
Yeah.
It was a layer to show her why she would leave school and want to try something else. However, I think they could have added more stuff to make her leave. Like in the class, when she answers the question, they could have like made the other students be like, "Oh, it's Caitlin again," blah blah blah. And then when she goes back to the roommate, and that would feel more like a final straw. If because if you're smart and you can't even enjoy class, you're not enjoying yourself at home, but you're also not enjoying yourself at class. That would give a more it would be a stronger appeal for her to go join the military. But the moment you hear military in secret, you should not be going anywhere there, because but I digress.
I want
So
No, she's not black. Black people don't trust the government. That's the problem. White people trust the government too.
That's one thing. The other thing I
hey,
wanted to
bruh, all I'm saying is blacks for Trump.
Okay, I got a message.
I didn't see that coming.
I wanted to ask, like, what was the targeted age group of this movie? Because because the way it seems like the artwork is catered for a certain demographic and the dialogue is catered for another demographic. That's what
I was gonna say.
That's what I detected.
And the content.
The dialogue seems like is meant for maybe like from 12-year-olds going up.
Yeah, because they wouldn't care about layers and impacts and stuff. It doesn't get the plot moving. But then you got
the tone
and
seems like it's for mature audiences.
And the Tatars everywhere and
You guys gotta remember, like Bruce Timm, right? The thing is, he got popular off of Batman the Animated Series, but he also did like raunchy sketchbooks in that style, which made everybody go, "Eh?" And he also had a thing for drawing Batgirl changing in the middle of crowds, which was very weird.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. But wait, do you think Bruce Timm was involved in this?
I don't think he was involved, but I think whoever was the artist was heavily inspired by him.
Oh, makes sense. Right.
It's not the exact same style if you pay attention. Like if you start putting stuff side by side, this one still has a lot of realistic aspects to its style. Because Bruce Timm was way more graphic with his, like it was a lot more straight lines and curves, but you can see that this person was either a Bruce Timm fan or they worked with Bruce Timm in some capacity.
Yeah, it has a bit of Who Framed Roger Rabbit type of style, a bit to it.
A bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just saying, I think the reason why it's like we think it's catered is just because we were introduced to this type of animation via like cartoons that were, even though they were mature, because Batman the Animated Series was mature, but it was still like for kid audiences.
Yeah, and I think also, remember, back in the day, to be on TV.
Don't die.
Sorry.
COVID tests are still available.
Back in the day, to be on TV, they had to censor you a lot. So maybe because this one was a movie, they could get away with a few things, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is something that probably played on Adult Swim or something.
Yeah, then that's where the dialogue would have betrayed them, because wow. And I think I wrote here at some point, it's one of the things I was like, oh, this movie made me appreciate how far we've come with voice acting.
I was gonna say, well, okay, look, to be fair, there's two people there that are veterans. There's Mark Hamill, who voices who voices Threshold. And then
Surprise.
there's E.G. Daily. E.G. Daily plays, is it Roxy? She's the one, I mean, E.G. Daily has played Tommy Pickles from Rugrats and All Grown Up, and she also played Buttercup in Powerpuff Girls. So you
I
can
mean,
hear her voice.
the guy who did Lynch was not bad as
Who?
well. The guy who did the Lynch, the guy with the scratches on his eyes.
Oh, yeah. Who did the Nick Fury of this movie?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, he was also good. So for me,
Thank
I'd say those three are the best. But even like the lady villain was not that bad in my opinion. But that's what I think.
But
We're gonna get into that villain. Woo. But
then,
anyway, so
Mr. What's his-
Kanekima, he's the worst.
Oh,
What's his name? The original Kevin Levin. I consider him to be the original Kevin because when I saw Kevin in Ben 10, Alien Force or whatever, I'm like, oh, so you stole these powers from my boy in Gen 13.
Grunge, like he had bad moments, but to me, unfortunately, Fairchild was the worst. I think she was the most inconsistent, and it's like that's hard because you're the main character. But I think she had the most.
I don't blame the inconsistencies and stuff. I also blame because I think the script also was. I'm
maybe
not gonna,
the script and the direction.
Oh God, it needed all kinds of help.
I think there's times where she's okay, but then there's other times it's like you are not doing what. But also, maybe it's not even the voice actress. To be fair, it might just be like she was trying to follow the animation. Because I look at some of the animation and I'm like, this character is supposed to be in peril, and she kind of isn't. So maybe the voice actor is following the animate. All I know is that performance was uneven, and I think they need to.
I think the animation itself is inconsistent. Like when you look at the beginning before she goes to the military camp, the animation is fluid, it's nice, it's smooth, everything looks great. She's looking at the brochure, she's pulling her hair backwards and all of that. And then I think it starts just changing a bit as it continues. So I don't know if it was the same studio.
The budget got chowed.
Or they were under
pressure. The budget got ANC'd.
But why did they use budget on civilian scenes?
Booty chicks.
Like, that's not the time. That's not the time to.
Cheeks.
But also, even closer to the end, you can see that it picks up again. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was very uneven. But anyway, so after
but I think on the whole, also the story was uneven. Like,
yeah.
It was fast paced.
If I didn't have to review this, I probably wouldn't have finished this in one sitting.
I think it was just fast paced.
After you know,
well, it can be fast paced, but at least have you need, no matter how badly paced or thingy, you need certain character plot points in there to develop the story, to develop the character. Literally, there's more character development in Caitlyn in the first 6 minutes than in the rest of the damn thing. Then up until she like starts getting her powers, there's like zero character development from the time she joins the military till the time she gets her power. There's literally zero character development there.
Yeah,
I knew more about Caitlyn in that first in the opening scene. Oh, she's the timid one, she's the smart one. She gets bullied by other people. The rest of the thing, I didn't know anything. I didn't see that. You see physically she's getting stronger, but you don't see anything mentally happening to her. Is she now, as she's starting to run and do the jujutsus and the whatever, is she getting mentally better? Is she now starting to believe in herself more and stuff? She literally just went from I don't believe in myself, train, I believe in myself.
Yeah. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like I was gonna say, like there was this. That's what I was gonna say. Like there is development there, but no, not development. There is
no development.
It's whiplash. That's what it is. It's almost like she's Two-Face. Like you turn around and then all of a sudden but anyway, we'll get to it.
Mm.
So after she goes to the military, we get introduced to this is when we get introduced to Grunge and
Wait,
Roxy.
what's that lady's name again? Hilda? Is it Hilda?
Yeah, I think it's Hilda.
Miss
Okay, first and
Trashbull.
foremost,
The Miss Trashbull of this universe.
first and foremost, the
Sorry,
thing that they try.
Helga. Helga.
Oh, Helga. The thing that they try with Helga, I'm just like, aye. But anyway, so we get there, and then, Helga is walking Caitlin around through the facility, telling her the best and brightest only get in here, which I'm confused because how did Grunge get in then? How?
How did he get in there?
How? Like, this guy's been. Like, I mean, he gets his act together, but I'm just like, dog, you should have failed like at least 50 times. I don't understand how, like, Caitlin should have already been seeing red flags with the way this was in.
I think it's just physical prowess. That's probably why they took him. It has nothing to do with his intelligence.
And one more question: was he Asian inspired? Why was he giving Asian for some moments there?
I think he is Asian. I could be wrong, but he must be Asian.
I don't know. I started reading some of the comic books, which they're all right. I need to get through the rest of them, but
because it's Edward Chang. His name is Edward Chang.
Oh, so probably.
I mean, he was voice acted by Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Where they
Flea is not Asian, by the way.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, for those who don't know Flea, even though I mentioned the Red Hot Chili Peppers, he's the one that was playing that jungle boy in the Wild Thornberries. You know that kid that basically couldn't speak? Like the Tarzan in the Wild Thornberries. Yeah.
He did better there than he did here. It's very confusing.
So basically, it's either you sing or you shut up. There's no in between.
It's either what?
It's either you're making songs.
But I think at least in this movie, but I'm saying at least in this movie, he was consistent to me. Other people were
bad.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't find him the worst.
Okay. Let me just maybe this, like, I had to tap into my inner 12-year-old to try and keep up with this, to try and keep my focus into this movie, because now and unfortunately that's going back almost over 20 years.
But it's amazing. Guys. So it's amazing because I saw this movie 20 years ago and I thought it was amazing. Right? Because I was a kid. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
it's like what it's like how I felt when I showed you the clip from Xena. I was like, oh wow, is this the thing I get
to Right. Sorry, Buck. We disturbed you, man. You were saying
so after she's walking her through this facility and all of that stuff, then Helga is saying, the best and the brightest. Then Grunge is running away from Needles, which I'm just like, dog, why did you accept? Like, it feels like you don't want to be here at all.
It seems like
I don't know how.
From what I'm gathering, it's like they're all taken there from different reasons. It's like he must have been blackmailed in the like
you're gonna get free food or something.
Then we get introduced to Roxy, right? And the introduction to Roxy is hilarious. Here's why. Because I'm just like, so Helga doesn't like cigarettes, right?
Mm-hmm.
You won't smoke one right in front of her. Like, what kind of delinquent are you? Like, you don't know how to hide your delinquency.
I like your line of questions. I have one further than that. It's like, where the hell did they find these cigarettes in a top secret military base in the mountains of Bundus, wherever, where
on
everyone
an island, Bundus.
No, she clearly has a connect, bro. Yeah, she probably has one nigga from the army who goes outside and go get cigarettes or something.
Who's trying to get some
rules going on there.
Who's trying to get some, and she's just like, you get half a flash if you give me like a packet of cigarettes. That's the only way I can explain that. Which also, ma'am, you are 18.
We all got issues. Let's be honest, because our imaginations can go dark very quickly, can't they? # mankind is evil. But
yeah, anyway. But I feel like this was E.G. Daly's role before she got Buttercup, because I'm sure they were like, oh, we like this character, this very rebellious, tough, cookie type character. we're gonna give you the same role for Powerpuff Girls, probably.
And then, okay, let's. Have you gone past the training montage?
No, we're going.
No,
we're
no.
going
I
into
think
the-
we get introduced to Threshold.
Oh yeah, we get introduced to the threshold, and the first thing I wrote, guys, because I didn't get his name, I just wrote judo guy. Hashtag evil guy looks evil. Hashtag obvious.
No, also hashtag take your L, dog. You were talking such mad shit about how you don't need a sensei. As soon as the bra schools you, now you want to bring in powers. Oh,
Yeah, because the guy schools him, and then Jiggy Jiggy is breaking bones.
I think the sensei should have just shut up. It was like, okay, what else do you need to say? He started laughing and laughing and laughing. I was like, oh, so you think it's
but
funny?
the reason, but I'm saying the reason he's laughing is because the Threshold was talking big shit about how I don't need anything to learn and what.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, now you talk smack, you get smacked down. You must just take your L, winner.
Never. Which
What attitude is
which
still
solidified
there.
us as like this is basic. That's what I wanted to say. And there's another thing I wrote here. They hit you with a hammer with the plot points. There's no subtle foreshadowing.
all.
There is no like, that's
Crazy.
like you're a 12-year-old, so you need to know who the bad guy is from the get-go. You don't need to have a guessing game.
But then you're gonna show me like that's why Tebello is right. This movie is confused a little bit.
Like
Mm.
it's both fast-paced and slow-paced at the same time.
But I guess
That's-
also, I mean, in the long run, this became evident, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe there
Yeah.
are some exceptions to this, but I guess at the same time, you sort of understand why Wildstorm was not as good as DC or Marvel at the time. I'm not saying that DC and Marvel were great,
Yeah.
but you could tell. I mean, if we were, let's say we review Return of the Joker next week, I'm just giving you an example.
Then I'll be there.
It would
Set it
be
on my calendar.
it would be a different review altogether. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I agree. And here are the things I wanted to understand. I think the thing that if this is the trend that this animation studio is going for, it's like the thing that would have been its biggest issue is it doesn't know which market it's catering to. And that's the biggest issue that it to be facing. DC had a certain market demographics, and Marvel also had a different type of mindset. They were targeting more or less different things, even though it was overarching evil guys. But the X-Men, human rights issues, Batman, organized crimes and detective work, that type of thing. Here we've got a strange amalgamation of the X-Men origins versus the Hulk origins. At some point, I was like, "Oh my god!"
And Shield, a bit of Shield, a bit of Hydra,
a bit of
a bit of G.I. Joe as well.
It's like a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
A little bit of Transformers, a little bit of
Akira.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Is Zuko there?
Zuko.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, Zuko is here.
So yeah, after that, then Zuko, do you remember what happens next, bro?
Oh,
Not really.
we get
What's this thing?
we get introduced to the crazy smoking lady, because she's the one who's like, oh my god.
Oh wait,
you just took out another one of our instructors. What the hell is wrong with you? Oh, Matthew, that was what they called him in then.
Is that Ivana?
Yeah, is that a name?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm checking the names here.
So I saw him and I'm like, wait, his hair looks familiar. What's going on?
No, look, every single plot point I pegged immediately. When I saw the hair, I already knew.
And
then I was like, oh shit, I thought he escaped. So the whole time I'm waiting for Caitlin to like call her brother or something. And the brother doesn't say. And then Jiggy, here he is maiming people because they marshaled art better than him.
With a solid
which is such
iPad.
with a guy. Entanga ka iPad yatsiphi ke sikhoko.
You know?
Mortal Kombat!
They did it. Hey no.
Hey no.
Yeah, so I see the hair and I'm like, wait a minute, this looks familiar. But I think I wasn't really paying attention because this movie was it was moving at 100 miles a second and missing all the pit stops, all the fuel stops,
I
all
don't.
the tire changes.
How could it have the same pace as the evil cult and not have so much exposition?
Dude, Evil Cult had so much information. Like it was an Evil Cult was an information overload.
I was like, you're going at the same speed. Just give us the information.
Speaking of evil cult, Tebello, when we getting part 2, dog?
When you get it.
Right.
I'm turning into a
Get
parent.
it when you get it and not
Yeah.
a moment sooner,
You
okay?
know,
Yeah,
it's like that,
so
Yeah.
so like I said earlier, her leaving because the friend was getting clapped and thingy, like why was that? I was literally I wanted to fight. Sorry, just to go back to that quickly. I wanted to fight. I wanted to get in there like tech contra.
I
What
want
do you
to
mean
kick
you
the door
clapping?
in. I want
Yeah,
to kick the
Ntanga.
door in and like, yeah, continue. Don't mind me. Have your fun.
Yeah.
Mm.
So anyway,
Yeah,
Sharp,
hey,
she go.
Had
So
she told you about her yeast
introduced.
infection?
Oh, so you're just gonna be petty, Tebello. Okay.
Look, if they
Was that
give
yeast
something-
in Tanga?
the haps.
Can no the STI na dog.
Yeah.
No the STI.
By the what? Are you the one who gave her?
Do you know that she's gone? Let it burn.
I'd have been West. So who are you? Oh, Brian, the one that gave her herpes. Oh no, that was John, wasn't it?
Wait, guys, who are we talking about? Are we talking about Ivana?
The roommate.
No, sorry, I messed up the flow. I took us back to the roommate.
Oh, okay.
It's not my fault.
So anyway, back to after Matthew and his psychotic tendencies. So basically, we're already seeing Matthew is a problem. So this is another character development point. So we see that Matthew, he comes across as suave because you saw when he was doing the moves and he was beating the guy, he was smooth, he was suave. But the moment he got put in the pressure, his real character came out. He's evil. He's a thingy. What's the word?
He has a huge ego, man. He's an egomaniac.
Yeah, he's an egomaniac, and he's got issues basically. Because like, what do you mean? You were laughing at the dude, now he's laughing at you. Now you want to cry? Yeah. And then we get introduced to oh god, I forgot her name now. We first introduced to the big guy. Oh, to when is it Helga? When Helga's taking up and then the big guy comes and running and squashes poor Caitlin.
Oh yeah,
and she survives that with no training, by the way.
No, we got past that, but now we at what's his face? Yeah, we're meeting Ivana, and then Ivana's like, you can't keep maiming every guy I send you or whatever, and he's like, you got to send me better guys then, and I'm like, shut your bitch ass.
What are you talking about? That guy was better.
Exactly, like, dude, you used powers. You
You cheated.
You cheated. He beat you fair and square. He beat you mano a mano. You used powers. So, like, what are you talking about?
It's like this whole thing.
So that also shows you the ego, the pride, the self-importance that he has on himself.
The narcissism.
Yeah, that's the word. Ish. I don't want to use a Twitter buzzword, the Twitter buzzword, because you know everything is a narcissist. Oh no, he only bought for himself. He's a narcissist. Oh no,
narcissist.
He said the sun is shining. He's a narcissist. Yeah, but
narcissist.
Oh no, he wears glasses so that he can see properly. Narcissist. Oh god, yeah. So then Ivana tells him that there's a new recruit and she's looking promising.
And then she said she's the daughter of Mangman. And I'm like, didn't it click any warning? Oh, sorry. I supposed to spoil it.
Yes.
Guys, this movie is 20 years old.
Wait. We're going to talk about it just now.
Okay.
We'll do it just
now. But
then,
remember, in his mind, although we don't know it at this point, in his mind, but also, wait, I just realized now that his mom had two husbands.
Yes.
So his dad helped the mom, but his sister is
Okay.
actually his half sister.
Yes.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay.
Buckmeister
Yeah,
said.
it just hit me now. It just hit me now.
Oh, okay.
Literally just had a light bulb moment.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Anyway.
basically he's tasked with training her, basically, or helping her to get better or get into shape.
Yeah.
So he's a superior.
Yeah. So, is this where the montage starts?
Yeah.
Yes, this is where it starts.
The most
Yeah, this is the
confusing,
training montage now.
the most confusing montage I've ever seen, because it just shows her running and everybody tumbling about, and then they show them practicing karate for some reason, and it's a whole lot of
And there was
running.
no
There was
montage.
there
Was
was
there
also a
montage
sparring.
music?
There was a sparring match as well.
Yeah, but what I'm like saying is, maybe because we are spoiled, because wait, internet came at 98,
98, bruh.
Mulan came out when?
Mulan came out.
Early 2000s. No.
Was it
no.
not 2000 exactly?
It doesn't.
90s. I know that because it was in the 90s era of.
Because Aladdin was
Mm.
96, right?
Yeah.
Toy Story was
Yeah,
what, 98?
Yeah, wasn't Mulan like 1998 as well or something like that?
Yeah, you're right. Yes, bruh, that is spot on, Buckmeister. It's 98.
Okay, so you could have learned from watching Mulan. Or this is how a montage starts. It starts with the character struggling, and then she improves over time.
What,
Here-
the hero's journey? You're talking about the hero's journey, something that everybody's supposed to know? Is that what you're referring to? Tebello?
Oh, here's another
What
thing I was
hero's
about to.
journey? This was a hero's. I don't even what is a
This
quick
is a
thing.
quick-
This was
The hero's,
power walk.
the hero's
Wait,
escape from her roommate.
This
This was a hero power walk, dog. She went from 0 to hero in like light speed.
The way
This was a hero power walk.
the way this movie should have become more famous, and then we could have changed the team from Mary Sue to whatever this character's name is, because I'm seeing so many Mary Sue-isms everywhere. It's like, okay, so she's just talented because she's talented, or she's just liked because she's liked.
Yeah, but that's also anime logic. Let's be honest. That's shonen MC logic as well. He's so powerful. It's over 9,000 for no apparent reason. Like,
No. Some things do back it up. Yuki was a runt of the school up until he stood up to some bullies and then got possessed by an ancient Egyptian spirit.
okay.
Naruto, the same thing. He was failing class up until he decided to listen to some older man. Don't listen to men who pay attention. Kids, don't listen to people who are 30 years old trying to tell you to steal things from a hidden government department so you can learn more techniques. What the hell are you thinking? Anyway, so there are things that explain what happened, and then it also, in part of the plot, like, okay, now it just practically literally has the devil locked up inside of him. So we have these things. This girl, we only have nightmares, a screaming child. We don't even understand the power the power structure of this universe that we are supposedly in. But she's already acing the athletics. She's running around. She doesn't show a hint of being behind the classmates. In fact, she's the smartest classmate of the group. She's busy.
She's smarter than the lecturer.
She's smarter than the lecturer. Give me something. The only thing that was left was a love triangle. That's the only thing that was missing. Then it would have been Mary Sue 2.0 or 1 version 1.0, whatever. Anyway, I vented. Go on.
Yo, Buck, you still there?
Yeah. Anyway,
you just made it sound like it's toilet, but
I didn't. It's not that bad. No, I could watch this one again. I can watch this again.
It's not that bad.
I'm just saying the only thing that was missing was love triangle, which also brings me. Oh wait, now you see, I'm back to my rant. Like the issue that it sounded like this girl.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Okay, let's keep going. We must.
In the sparring
Anyway.
match, she was with. Is it Rachel? Who she was fighting with?
I forget. I know that she's the
Some
Native
Yes,
American.
I think it is Rachel.
The Native American who's also actually in the comics, she's part of the team in the comics. Yeah. But here she's sort of like they basically gave it the X-Men treatment where Bryan Singer just gets like a famous comic book character that we all love and they show him for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is Colossus, but we're not going to include him in the story. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
No, that's what happened to her.
You
But,
like the cameo? Because that's all you're getting.
And I'm like, I don't know, like I feel like everybody who was a fan of Gen 13, which was not a lot of people, I'm just like, I don't know why you would take one of the characters that they actually like and just make them a cameo to get beat up by Caitlyn.
Dude. Like she
Not
seems
really.
like she's actually one of like the most prominent characters in the comic. When I was reading about it, I'm like, why then make a cameo? Makes no sense.
Mhm.
But like Zuko said, maybe it's a budget thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so after they make her beat up the Native American girl, which points for diversity.
Colonizer. I don't comment.
Yo, when you put it that way, Buck, it just makes it even worse, bro.
Yo, bro, damn.
I'm just saying, like she
Yo.
was supposed to take her L and go home. Here comes white men. No, you're not going to lose to this Native American woman. You are going to beat her up in front of everybody.
Yes, get up and beat her. It was sibling love.
That was not how the class. That was not how the class was structured. She lost. She must go home. This bruh, like I feel like Threshold is low key racist. Like he has something against
Low
not
key.
Actually, now that you speak about it, like no, they
What's
won't
so
beat us. They
What's so
cannot
low
beat
key
us.
about it?
There's nothing low key about that. Him. Just a quick diversion. So in this montage, so one of the things they missed would have been having Caitlyn fight and then getting beat up. Having Caitlyn fight and then getting beat up. And then when it comes to this one now, when Threshold now says, "Hey, in the real world, you won't get a second chance, whatever," that would have made more sense because you would know, like, she's always getting beat up. She's not really fighting. She's not winning. She's not really, getting the skills down or fighting to her full potential.
Yeah.
So now when he shouts at her, it would have made more sense and would have seemed less like, okay, now why are you forcing her to fight when she's clearly getting her ass beat? So
Wait.
that's a little thing they missed, and that would have been a good character development plot. So and then her victory would have made more sense because we've seen she's always losing, and now Threshold is like sick of her. It's like, hey, now you keep losing, like you're gonna die in the real world. You better step up or else you're gone.
Those are the other things I would be. Okay, I think that's what we needed to get from at least Madam Big Boobs. What's her name? Oh God,
Okay.
yeah, that woman. At least like have that moment where she introduced the main character to this facility.
Yeah.
Have a quick rundown of what this facility is about. We're gonna train you to become
That's another plot that was
agents
missing.
or something. That what are you training for? Because we just got a training montage, but I didn't understand what was the training montage for. Maybe because I'd understand in some like it's a military facility, you need to meet certain physical requirements. That don't make sense to me. But then what are we studying for?
Right.
What is that scholarship for? So many questions, but those are the questions you'd ask as an adult. But 12-year-old.
Back then we accepted
didn't care.
anything and everything. What do you mean?
Care.
What do you mean exposure? What do you mean? What's this? What's the word I'm looking for? When they're explaining stuff.
Yeah. Exposition.
Yeah. Exposition. Yeah.
What's that? Never heard
What's
of her.
that? There's no such thing.
They didn't even do a verbal exposition like, guys.
Nix, yeah, here in the facility up in the mountains. An mountain island. What is that place?
And after that, Roxy and Caitlyn go take a shower together because, of course.
Yes, because we need to keep the hormonal teenagers' testosterone
Did you guys
attention interested.
Did you guys watch New Mutants? Like the more we speak about this movie, the more I realize that it's kind of like New Mutants. I don't know if someone watched Gen 13 is like, guys, I know how to make the New Mutants movie. Because some of these things happen in New Mutants. The shower scene. going to some place and not understanding why you're there.
Having the white girl be racist for some reason, okay. But anyway.
And then we have the girl going like, why does Matthew keep looking at me like that? And girl, the only
And then
solution
Roxy is like he wants you.
And you know what's the worst part? At this point, I already clocked the obvious thing that was supposed to be the obvious thing. I don't know, because I don't want to spoil it if you guys are saying you must keep it, but it's so obvious. It's like it's right there because
I know it's obvious, but like the reason why I'm wanting to save it is because there's something that we need to talk about afterwards.
okay.
But anyway.
No, it's just that now the obvious thing is obvious, and by this time I already clocked the obvious thing, and now she's talking like, "No, this guy wants you," and I was like, "What the hell?"
But wait, guys. Usually, when the security, when the CCTV, the bathroom is the place where you don't install CCTV because that's the only private place. This is not Big Brother. Am I lying?
It's it's biggest brother.
Nigga, feature like Threshold is busy like checking it even in the showers. I'm like this nigga.
And also, do you realize what that means now?
Fap. Anyway.
No. Oh my God, I wasn't thinking that. No. Okay. It literally makes my next statement worse now. It makes my worst statement worse.
Okay, don't spoil it. I think I know what you're gonna say. We'll get there, Zooks.
He saw his sister naked.
Exactly, he spoiled it. Bruh, if you think wait, guys. Like I said before,
so Tebello, you just made my statement you just took it to a whole different. You took it southern.
Like guys, I want us to review JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. If you guys know part 2, I think Buckmeister knows. I think Buckmeister knows what I'm saying.
The prison one.
If you think this is horrible, then watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventures part 2, dog. Where Joseph actually checks out a woman via the people while she's bathing, not know that he's actually looking at his mom naked, and he gets he's busy checking her out, yo, this woman looks good naked.
Hey, come on, don't do my bruh.
Little did he know he's actually checking out his mom, bruh.
Oh my soul.
Well, the only way thing
you're literally giving me more reason not to watch that thing.
The only thing I can say is that hey, the Greeks did it before. So Oedipus, look up Oedipus Rex. Read up the play. Oedipus syndrome. Yeah, where it came from.
By the way, guys, I hope you guys read the disclaimer before you started this video because this is how the podcast normally goes.
Just to defend Joseph, he didn't actually smash, and when he found out, he was horrified. But anyway.
And what happened with Oedipus?
Okay, no.
I don't know.
Well, Oedipus actually smashed and then ripped out his eyes.
Thank you.
Okay, that's worse. Okay, it seems like we keep on going further and further. Anyway, going back to this. So
anyway, back to this. Okay,
We're
gonna end up talking Game of Thrones. Okay, anyway,
Daemon Targaryen. Continue, Buckmeister. Yes.
Where they hawk toad on the mom.
No. Hey, we are talking about this thing.
What the hell?
Okay. So after that, then the shower scene, Caitlin is figuring out that it has to be something more or whatever. And I think is this where they decide to start putting everybody in incubation chambers?
Yeah. They've been putting people in incubation chambers.
They've been in the valley. It's just that we didn't see it before.
Yeah, so
but everybody wait, no.
Which honestly, this scenes make me ask so many questions. So when you wake up and your nose is itchy like crazy, oh wow, it was a crazy night last night. Those pipes,
Wait, isn't this when they go and have food at the cafeteria and then
oh yes, this is where we meet
I think
we skipped the scene. No, that happens afterwards. Where they
You
meet
skipped this.
where they meet Nick Fury, right?
Did we talk about when Nick Fury was coming the first time and
No,
So
we
what's
didn't.
so
We
Nick
and
didn't.
what's
Fury
her
when Nick Fury is flying in.
Mm.
Okay, Nick Fury, you'll know which character it is.
Did he
Put
request
up a
like a mayday or something? Or
yeah,
what?
in emergency landing.
Mm.
Uh,
And Ivana's like, nah, don't grant it. Ivan.
like
Like,
he's
yo,
not
Ivana, what's your
asking.
problem?
He's not asking, and it was happening during the incubation scene where they were putting the tubes in these people's mouth and filling them up with what I was thinking. Like, guys, have you got okay? What? How deep is the coma that you put these poor kids in? Number one. Do you know what kind of anesthesia do they guys have? Do you know how long does it take anesthesia to filter out a man's system? It doesn't go out like you wake up and tomorrow you're fine. It takes weeks.
Like a painkiller or whatever.
It's not a painkiller, guys. Oh, why am I putting up intellectual law in a story that's made for kids? Dumb, Tebello, dumb yourself down.
Is it made for kids?
Please listen to Lupe Fiasco. Dumb it down.
Yeah, it's clearly made for prepubescent 14-year-olds that are just realizing girl parts are for fun, not just for ickiness. Girls are no longer just icky. They're like, wow, this is what this movie's for, targeted for.
I guess, because. But anyway,
let's
yeah.
continue.
So
Let's continue.
Yeah, he
after that-
lands.
and then he lands, and then he starts saying that. So he's the only one kind of talking sense, where he's just like, "This is a bad idea. This is not going to work out. We literally did this before." Which I'm just like, you guys did it before and it didn't work out. Who's funding this?
Who's funding this? Is the first.
So basically, it seems like Ivana is doing this thing low key because it seems like her superiors are not even aware that this is happening. Well, according to this guy, because this guy is her superior.
There's no way that she can funnel this much funding into this thing and nobody knows.
That's why I'm thinking there's some Hydra vibes to it, because it seems like there's a faction in the military that's doing these things without
because
the other wings, whatever knowledge.
And I'm saying it's the most like multinational. I mean, Ivana sounds low key Italian. Helga is German. I'm just like, wait, so you got the axis of evil running this entire thing?
Yes.
Oh, wait, isn't one of them Russian? Or was I hearing my own things?
You thought Olga was Russian?
I thought Helga was Russian. Is she German?
No, that's German.
Yeah, that's German.
Hey, dog.
And that's old school German. That's
they always get them these
Yeah, all that was left was for a Japanese person to be in the group, and then we've got the full access. You're so right. We've got Italian,
I mean, it is diverse, and it makes sense because even the creators themselves are diverse. I mean,
but what I'm saying is that it's
while beating the natives to death.
But I'm saying what's interesting to me is that they're having these axis of evil run an American, obviously an American-looking operation, and then like I'm just saying she's getting to do all this stuff, and I'm like somehow it's all off the books. I'm confused.
Yeah,
foreshadowing.
But anyway, what's this? Anyway, so as we continue with this thing, after she basically says, yeah, breakfast is served in the morning, whatever, then he gets introduced to Caitlin or whatever,
and who's busy having.
And this is what I'm just like, this is Yoda all over again.
Okay.
Just tell her who she is.
Oh,
Wow.
This is
my God.
This is Colonel Jack Lynch, right? This is Jack Lynch. No,
He's pulling a freaking Yoda. He has to tell her when she's in strife and things are horrible. That's when she learns the truth. No, talk to me now.
No, your father I did. Proud Jedi he was. Pity Darth Vader he became. Nothing like that.
Yes, sis.
I don't want to lie. When I was a kid, the first time I saw this man, I thought this man was evil. I thought he was the villain. You know what I mean? Let me just say, I judged the book by its cover. Let me just put it like that, because I was a kid.
You were 12.
No, but the thing is, the problem is that, bro, just tell, like, for example, go tell douchebag number 7 over there with his pointy iPads that this is his sister. then go tell Caitlin that that's your brother, so that we don't have to have this nonsense. Like that's the
That
thing I didn't
guy
understand.
used to. The guy spent all his off time watching telenovelas. He knew that it has to have an element of drama. He can't just be telling
Yes.
people.
Yeah, I mean, what's he doing all day? Just training soldiers for nothing.
You know,
So he gets bored.
your grandfather is deaf. No, this is not dramatic enough. You need to do. You must put some dun dun da. That is your sister.
I'm just like, this is Yoda. Don't tell Luke anything until his hand is chopped off. Why?
And wait, but did he say that he knew her father? He did say that, then, right?
Your
Yes.
father, he is in the Return of the Jedi.
Sorry, I meant Jack.
Oh, Lynch knew the entire time.
Yeah,
That's why he's been.
Jack-
No,
Was
what I'm
Lynch-
saying, like at the cafeteria, did he say that I know your father? Did he say that at least?
He said
I
that,
think-
yes, I knew your father.
Yeah,
He was
I knew your
brave
father.
man.
Yes, he was a brave man. That's what
Mm.
she said.
And it's
then-
like, if you need anything,
The
let me know, type of
Hmm.
thing.
Finish the sentence. Why are you interested in me asking you for things? Tell me. Yo.
Yeah.
It's no, it's not dramatic enough.
Oh, guys, you just reminded me of something I was supposed to send to you guys long ago, and because I have a goldfish memory, I totally forgot.
Yay! Oh dear.
Finding Nemo. Finding
No,
Jimmy
it's
Nemo.
not. It's not hard. Calm down.
Finding
It's not.
Dory.
It's not your
No,
eyes and
it's
stuff.
because you're talking about the memory of a goldfish, so you just reminded me of that movie.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking to Tebello. Tebello's going, oh, so I'm just letting him know it's not Eisen.
Oh. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
back to this, guys.
Yes.
Remember, we're recording.
And someone's data is being chowed by the millisecond.
Okay. Anyway, so
Yes.
after that nonsense where he just doesn't tell, because there's always a character like that in a story who knows everything and just doesn't tell people anything. But after that, then that's when they go into the incubation chambers, and then after that, that's when
Now,
they come back up.
The incubation chamber happens concurrently with the arrival of the
Right.
Nick Fury,
So then-
because she
then
leaves them. She
Yeah.
Mrs. Okay, I'm gonna give these people annoying nicknames, but smoking slut over there decides no, she needs to go deal with this guy coming in, and she leaves Wrestle Woman and Eye Patch.
Right.
This is
So after that, they basically they finish it, and then and then it's the morning scene, and then we cut to Fairchild having her headaches, right?
yes,
Yeah.
and that's when he comes into the rescue. Like, I knew your father.
No.
You knew my father.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And then they sit together, and the other guy's like, "Hey, do you have any smokes?" And they're just like, "Girl, stop smoking. It's evil.
It's
Get
bad for you.
It's bad for you. Get a hold of your life."
So bad for me being in a weird military facility where they put me in freaking incubation chambers.
But also,
Like,
you could have just said something like, I don't know if you guys have read Tenjo Tenge, the manga. I'm sure Buck has. I think Zuko might have. I don't know if Tebello has.
I got lost in that manga and I stopped. But
So-
yeah,
Tenjo Tenge about that messed up school.
Yeah, but the manga,
Yes.
not the anime.
I need to read the manga.
So in the manga, the leader, Maya Natsume, tells Bob Makihara, the black guy, that for him to get more, like a lot better when it comes to like agility and speed and all of that, is if he stops smoking, right? So they start jogging in the morning and stuff like that, and then his health improves, and then he gets a lot better. Why didn't you just say that, Lynch? Why didn't you just say, Roxy, you know, if you stop smoking, you could get a lot better. You could be a lot faster. You could be a lot more agile.
I was
made too much
you know,
sense.
yeah.
Roxy's not interested in being better, faster. She's in a weird facility with weird people. Like, maybe if you took her away from the stressful situation, maybe she'd quit smoking.
Yes, like he just looked at this poor girl's like, you know what? Yes,
There's a weird drunk woman, and there's an eye patch dude who's always looking at me like he's ready to torture me. I'm like, dog, this is a high stress situation. You gotta figure something out for me if you want me to stop smoking.
I think that's what Tuna motivated Tuna Fury to come rescue them. He just saw this poor girl smoking, chain smoking. Like, oh no. Oh, poor thing. I have got to come and rescue these kids. Puffing away.
Anyway, after that, then we cut to Fairchild's bedroom, right?
Yeah.
And
I think the headaches get worse then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where I'm like, the voice actress, I think either the script confused you or the direction confused you or you were bad. Something happened.
Remember, I think back then there were not really a lot of voice actor directors at the time, to be honest with you guys. Back then, it seems like you really had to be really talented in what you do, because it seems like a lot of these people were struggling.
In the terms of the Americans, it's either you are Mark Hamill or everybody else.
Yeah, it's either you're Steve Bloom, Mark Hamill, Jim Cummings.
Who was the voice? Who was the Jim Cummings?
I think it was
awesome.
also probably they just didn't take it as seriously, so they weren't. Because unless it was like a Disney movie or something, because the name attached to it wasn't, they were just like saying it. So I think maybe that's also another thing that might have hindered it.
That's fair. There was no Christopher Sabat to give them direction.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I'm just going to I'm just going to say that it was not an inspired performance, because I was like, I'm supposed to be feeling this character's pain.
They're getting attacked. There's so many scenes where these things didn't translate.
There's only one line that stuck with me for decades, but I'll say it's near the end. That's the only part where I felt like, she killed it. She killed that line. But anyway, and then I guess she opens the dome or whatever. She opens the door to her room, and then because she wanted fresh air or something.
She wanted to walk all the way to the infirmary.
Oh, right.
So first and foremost, here's where I'm starting to get confused. They're saying that the whole goal of this thing is to, activate somebody's Gen 13 or something, or whatever the case is, right?
To manifest.
The abilities to manifest. So they should be monitoring these people. This girl is screaming that her head is on fire, and obviously there's cameras and they can see she's crushing stuff. So why don't they send a doctor in to come get her so they can start monitoring her progress?
I think Threshold deliberately did not send anyone for help because he was expecting to see something. It's kind of like Tony Stark poking Hulk.
Banner.
Oh, I'm saying this is the thing that's the difference. Tony has heard about Banner. He's never seen it. These people are actively looking for Gen 13. And if she's manifesting...
And they don't know how to activate it. So wouldn't it make more sense to, anytime something happens, to observe and test and whatever?
I think
that you can see...
Yeah,
and on top of that, these powers are supposed to be dangerous. You really want somebody who's that dangerous running around your facility just smashing things?
Guys, Threshold is Vegeta. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I think at this point, Matthew had manipulated the system so that they don't care. But I'm trying to see how did they. That's not the plot hole that gets me going. The plot hole that gets me got my pickles in a bunch. Panties in a bunch, I guess, is the fact that she doesn't know where the infirmary is.
Isn't like signage? Isn't the signage in this facility?
One is there no signage. Two, literally, you arrived at the facility and this big bulky woman said, "I'm going to give you a tour." Were you not paying attention?
Clearly.
When you got squashed by that big ass bulking man that jumped out of the stairs. The way you got squished there, you don't remember that?
No, but look, I'm saying she's having an episode. My thing is, they made this whole program to look for these people specifically.
Yeah.
And when they're finding one, they're not sending anybody to look and monitor anything. I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Or like a nurse of sorts who does rounds. I get what
you mean. Where's Helga to come see this lady manifesting?
Where the floor guards? There's so many questions.
And also, how do you stumble upon your father's information?
God, yeah, that's another one. Plot hole
That
number
is the
2.
biggest plot hole. Like,
no, okay,
Oh,
yeah,
Oh, she
that-
ended up in
There's a-
Matthew's office, right?
No, not Matthew's office. It was just some room or whatever.
yeah, and
But
they
yeah,
put up
this
the
is a big-
information there.
But this is a big one. How did you get there? So
Yes.
she gets in and then she starts opening the laptop, and I'm like, hey, but so you know the secret passwords and everything already.
Oh no, someone
Yeah,
left it
man.
there without locking. You see, this
Like
is why.
someone didn't press Control Alt Delete.
Yeah, when you
They
lock
didn't
the
lock.
desk.
They didn't lock their thing.
This is why you must always lock your laptop, your desktop when you leave in the office, kids. You see, you don't leave the laptop open. They will end up doing some crazy ass, weird ass,
they will
dumb,
send
scary
emails in
ass.
your name.
They will send
Message.
emails.
Message.
I remember the time where they used to do back in the good old days when you were still young, is that they put up your post, that log into your Facebook and type "I'm gay," and apparently that was supposed to be social suicide for some reason.
People are supposed to gasp at that line.
Oh yeah, right. Haitian, the early 2000s were such a vibe. Sometimes you think about it.
Anyway,
I never saw it
so she accessed her dad's data.
Yeah.
And so
without
you didn't
hacking,
look up,
nothing.
look up who was your dad's like if you had other kids or anything. I'm just saying all the information should be there. So
who's your mother?
Oh, you're
You
right.
even looked
Buck.
up
One of the
That-
things
that-
it
those are
should
the
be
questions.
like age, height, specialties, children.
Oh, yeah,
Wife,
dependents,
address.
dependents, children, nothing. No. That's the other thing that always got to my mind. Like, she's always asking about her dad. She's never asked about her mom once. Like,
that's Disney
The
tradition.
patriarchy, dude. It's the patriarchy.
screw that woman. What? She never loved me. She.
Yeah, it's like how Luke never really concentrate much about his mom unless he's speaking to Leia about it. I get you.
In the third movie, like, I never remember my mother. I was like, oh wow.
How? Like, what did you see? Leia, what are you talking about?
Twin sister Nagwe, but she remembers.
But she remembers their mom. How?
She is the real Jedi. Don't get it
She had the Force, dog. She had the
Luke
Force.
was the side character. Look, when it comes to the Force aptitude, he was the side piece. Look, Leia had the Force flowing, like,
And
Obi-Wan
knew it.
like,
But anyway, getting back
Leia's
to
too
this.
talented.
Yo,
Because if she
guys,
goes to the dark side,
let's calm down. We're almost done. Let's.
Getting back to this. So yeah, now okay, sharp. Yeah, we've accessed the facility. Wada. Now here's my question. You've invested millions of dollars. You've done all this research. You're looking to generate Gen 13.
yeah.
Why is your guys using live rounds to come and get the Gen 13?
Kids.
No. Forget the kids part. You know they don't care. My thing is, the whole experiment was you're trying to get Gen 13 students. I mean, Gen 13 army people, right? So wouldn't you want them, I don't know, alive?
Shouldn't you use rubber bullets or tasers or
Okay,
something?
guys, something. Oh no, wait. We're getting to the origin scenes because, and then the next thing, girl, you have the biggest headache, but that headache finishes like this when you're now reading about your father.
And
then, also, despite that, if they feel like there is an intruder in that office,
yeah,
do you really need it? Did you really need live rounds? Like Buckmeister's asking, like really?
live
no,
rounds.
I'm saying,
And also, these are your kids. These are your kids. Hello.
Those are your assets.
This is this is the thing you spend money on, and you want to you're killing them now. Like your whole program down the drain. Like what happened? What happened if Caitlin didn't manifest her strength?
It's like Professor X knowing that someone is in the danger room and sending Wolverine in there. Like, do what you have to. Like, no,
don't do what you have to.
Don't do what you have to. Like, just
no,
calm them down.
Wolverine would be too compassionate. It's like sending Sabretooth. Like, I specifically found Sabretooth to go get those students.
Exactly. But anyway, sorry, Buck. You were saying Caitlin did what?
I'm saying now Caitlin manifests her powers because also her friends found their way down there, and apparently they sneak into there all the time. So I'm like, See, this thing has
Yeah,
no
to
security.
to eat all the snacks and then she can smoke in peace. Like,
Yeah,
how
why all of a sudden
badly?
is there intruder when Caitlyn is there, but these people are always in there anyway? Like,
Okay, who amongst us are there any smokers in the group? I don't think I've not met any. I need to speak
no,
to someone
I
who's
don't think any of us smoke. I don't know.
I used
how?
to a long time
Or
ago.
Zooks, do you do a bit of weed? I don't know.
I had an experience, and we'll leave it at that.
No, I
You
just like
already have a wild imagination when you're sober. Can you imagine if you get high?
you will literally look upon the eyes of the Tuna.
It's a god life.
You know,
Already poke.
what's the name of that guy who keeps watching things in What If? What's his name? The
Who keeps watching what?
the watcher. You literally knock up into the watcher's office like, what are you doing here?
The watcher, I have a better what if than anything that we've ever seen on Disney.
What are you doing here?
Check this out.
Anyway, I used to a long time ago, but like I was never that desperate that I needed to sneak in.
That's what I wanted to ask. Is it that bad? Does it?
I mean, I used to work as a programmer, so there was times in the office where people were just like, if they don't get to smoke, they'll fight everybody in the office.
Wow.
Damn.
So I've seen ads, but I never had that personally. Like I quit relatively easily. It was not hard for me.
Enlightenment.
But anyway, yeah. Then
Caitlyn, it's because you're an airbender.
And the thing is also Caitlyn like bodies a lot of Punisher would be proud. Caitlyn bodies a lot of people.
She's gonna murder them.
Punisher approves.
And Sheva, this is also another little plot. When you first get power, you don't have control over it. So she should have been a little more Hulk, for lack of a better example. But she literally gets the power and she's all good. Like, really?
Oh no.
Actually, all of them, they get their power and
I
there
love
was no stumbling block. And yes, because they were training, they're trained, they have better body control and everything. However, your mind just got a big shock. You need at least, can you be disoriented for 5 seconds at least?
Right. Because you might be good at using your body and all of that, but now you have a power. You have to learn how to use this power with this body now. It's not the same thing.
Yeah, so at least I know we are moving at the speed of evil cult, but at least he practiced.
Also have Helga come in and say, you know what, we need to teach you how to use your powers properly. It would have been a great moment for Threshold to step in and say, look, we do see that you have potential. We're glad that you finally manifested, but we need to train you how to control your powers and so on.
Exactly.
You're saying something, Buckmeister?
Zuko, I can't give you the evil cult.
Evil cult speed.
What? They were moving at the speed of evil cult.
No, I'm saying, I can't give you the training montage in that movie. He didn't practice. He woke up and waxed a whole master. I woke up like this.
No. Dog, I get it. But that was the practice. It was mental practice. It wasn't physical practice. What's meditation practice. No, but listen, I get it. Sometimes before you draw, what do? You visualize it, I get it. So you visualize the training.
That is insane.
You should think yourself. I Caitlyn trained more than Chen. What's his Chen Moke? Caitlyn trained more than that man. That man.
I think I understand why people think that this content of ours goes over their heads. Because we talk about like 16 things at the same time, guys.
Okay, wait, no, but we gotta hear this, Mr. Extrodin. Tebello, you're really trying to say that she had less of a training than Chen Moke?
Moke trained in that canyon with that with that earthbender for months.
No, he did not.
That was like 5 minutes, though. What are you talking about?
No,
No,
it was 5 minutes to us, but it was months to him.
it was months
No,
because
but I'm saying they didn't train. What happened is it was 5 months of train me, train in my style. No, I won't. Train in my style. No, I won't. Pulp Fiction, Kung Fu to the heart, injection, and then all of a sudden, Moke is Kung Fu Jesus. Everything changed. No, no. This movie is nonsense. Look, thing, but pretend.
Buck is not having it, guys. Buck is not having
Nah,
it.
I'm with Buck on this one, guys.
comment below which training is more ridiculous. Evil
Okay.
counterfeit.
We're not about to pretend that made sense. But anyway,
The link will be in the comments. I'll put the comments on the evil.
Okay, back to Caitlyn and her losing her mind and killing people.
no, she's killing people left and right. They're escaping. This is where,
Also, quickly before this thing, the guy while they're escaping, Caitlyn's got this dude. This dude literally sees his homie, or well, it might not be his homie, but he sees his homie
His
is
colleague.
literally in the firing line, and he shoots. And then after he shoots him, he drops the gun like, "Ooh, oops, I shot you."
No. Before then, guys, I just need to ask, like, did you see? This is where you realize these animators were so deep into the hentai world. Why did they have to do that to that girl's nipples?
We'll get there. But I just
No,
want
we
to say
are
that before that
Leave
happens,
the nipples. Leave the nipples.
Oh no, I will
Roxy wasn't doing much. Like, you guys realize that Roxy was the most useless at this point. Like, at least Grunge was trying to do something.
not.
I think Roxy only fought like one person. But I get it.
but I mean,
they didn't have
yeah.
powers. So
okay, but okay,
No, but they
yeah,
didn't need powers at the time because it was
Yeah.
just Amajita.
just to cover Tebello's like the obvious.
His
What?
nipple obsession.
when
Yeah,
she
I
turned
mean-
Super Saiyan,
What kind of Super Saiyan is that? It's like I didn't need to see that
no, she helped out for sure.
with her tatas.
No, like we were quoted to seeing nipple. I was very confused about why this was happening.
And then
also,
thank you.
that's the other thing. Like that's the other thing. It's kind of, I mean, it's indicative of what they do in the comic books a little bit because sometimes in the comic
Yeah.
books will be dressed normally, and then you'll turn the page, and all of a sudden it's Bikiniville, and you're like, but, huh?
Yeah.
They're trying to sell
Yeah,
comics. I guess they were trying to get our attention. Maybe they thought we had a short attention span. It's kids, guys. They have a short attention span.
So
After
must
this
show them
action sequence, we need to do
No,
something.
your story sucked. That's why.
Anyway, getting back to it. So yeah, after that, obviously,
And
then
imagine
right.
what your parents are gonna say. So what did you like about the movie? What oh, so you watched a nice movie, kid. What's it about? Boobs?
And a girl that smokes.
Excuse me, what?
Okay, but anyway, so after that, then, and here's what I'm getting confused now. Like now that Caitlyn has bodied these guys, obviously in self-defense, like there's no order from the top to say we need this girl alive because, like, the thing is after they capture, like Ivana says, capture her alive because we need her for experimentation or whatever. Like, tell your people because they keep using live rounds.
Also, like, my thing is, Caitlyn is not like shocked at what she did. There's no like trauma, nothing. She
Yeah,
just killed people and she's okay with it. Like, guys, let's move on. Give me your t-shirt.
It's
Give me your shirt. Grunge.
Nah, she
Yeah.
was like, they did.
It's a bit tight, but it's okay. Like
I was like, you just body like 7 people. Like, that's not normal.
and there's Grunge having the biggest bone of his life. Like, oh,
In front of his girlfriend.
no, potential.
That was actually the most normal reaction because he's a teenager.
Yeah, that's true. Like, even if your girl
in
is
front
there,
of all those bodies.
you still want to see something.
No,
bruh.
but like exactly, but that's the
Yeah.
thing, dude. Like, it literally distracted him from the bodies. He's like, oh wait, boobies.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, so after that, ne?
You can see that I'm part of the alphabet mafia. Honest to God, the way I was like,
Njani.
Oh, kind of when I didn't do anything to you. Actually,
Zero.
none of this did anything to you.
To be fair, I'm gonna say it didn't do anything for me because I'm just like, what is happening?
Bruh, when I was
What
young,
is he talking
Zane
about?
Yeah.
did everything for me. Trust
yeah,
me.
I can imagine. Like,
Yeah.
then again,
When I was a kid, Guys, forget it. Especially that scene of the roommate.
The Mahosha.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Okay, I don't
Okay,
want to
back to the matter at hand.
your fantasies, Chief.
I see
Anyway,
what you did there, Zooks.
Ew.
oh God. Anyway,
What's
Rudy,
what's the name?
No,
What's the name of this show?
wait,
it wasn't
wait.
that, guys. Yo,
What's the name of this? I think we're in the wrong channel. Is this Friday?
Wait. Okay, sharp. Now they're trying to escape. What's this? First off, grunge. I don't know how you managed to drag any woman, because bro, But anyway, so
Oh, you
dog
mean
is
the farting thing?
yeah. So dog has a whole thing while they're holding him up, and he lets it rip open, and I'm just like, Munna, you're like running for your life, chief. Like you need to have better body control, because now
I get stress and I get stress. You know when when you stressed, the body just decides, hey, I need to pee. I need to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
like this nigga way too much, though.
hey dog, yo. But then anyway, then we get another, and I consider this a plot hole simply because I'm like, you guys did all this work to hide, and then they're talking loud.
Bruh.
It's just like
this is where it shows that this is what shows that they're kids, because what are they doing yelling about clothes? Like, oh wow, this bra is gigantic, ew, and then you find out it belongs to Olga. Like,
you're running for your life. But anyway,
it's that it's also, I had it completely. It's like evil BDSM woman was busy saying, no, I want them alive. I want her alive.
Mm.
she
And
literally does.
yeah.
And then what does she do? Oh yeah, missiles. Wait,
No,
what?
No. I want them alive. And what do I soldiers here? Oh yeah, to get these people's attention, just throw a grenade into this room.
Dude.
That was like a Charlie's Angels moment. Like a grenade for what, guys? Michael Bay, are you there?
Yeah,
I feel like they
that's
consulted Michael Bay. Like, what should we do, bruh? Just put in bombs somewhere, all right?
The more explosions.
explosion. Yo.
Yes,
then-
life
So
is
like
an
they're-
explosion.
And
Cut!
oh God. And then what's this? And then they see, they're knocked out. Bring them in for questioning. Okay, all right.
Yes.
I don't know what you're gonna question, because like but anyway, fine. Okay.
Wait, what
cool.
happened to Caitlin? She ran away, right?
She got
She got exploded like out the shaft and out the facility, basically.
Yeah.
But she saved them from the explosion, and she took and that's the other thing that's confusing to me. Is she bulletproof?
Is she impenetrable to anything?
Because she's explosion. Because I'm saying she's explosion proof. So I don't understand how she's not bulletproof. Like the show.
For that plot.
I'm saying the movie clearly tells us that she's not bulletproof, but somehow she's explosion proof.
Oh, don't you mean kind of like how Goku got shot in the Resurrection F movie? Even though he can stop like
you really
large
want me
beams that
high
can
blood
destroy
pressure?
planets.
Extrodin, you really want me to have high blood pressure talking about
What movie is this? The what? What? You know, I've never heard of such a movie. Are you sure it's not a fanfic? You know,
Yeah.
Dear audience, I'm sorry for my co-host referring to fan fiction as if it's real canon content.
Yeah, it's in Dragon Ball AF.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But anyway,
thank
all
you.
I'm saying is already they're inconsistent with her powers, because if you can survive that to the face, you should be bulletproof.
Yeah.
True.
But anyway, so she gets up and then she starts running, and then like they're trying to capture her, right? Because Ivana said, I want her alive. So I don't know how missiles help you capture somebody alive.
No, first they put a net. Didn't they capture with an? Oh no, it was first missiles, then net.
That's what I'm saying. Why did you go missiles first?
And then laser
Competent
bullets.
soldiers, I guess.
Oh.
And then also after that, as they're trying to capture her, she ends up bodying one of the other pilots. And then the guy's like, you just bit the farm. They told you to capture her alive. You don't understand how much money went into this Gen 13 project. They went and got senseis and karate instructions and
gym instructors and
test
CrossFit
tubes.
instructors
And doctors, bro.
and
Scientists.
doctors and scientists and all these and all the imagine all the engineering needed to build that place.
You know, in the middle of a mountain, the Bundu somewhere.
And now this dude is like, fuck orders.
I'm gonna do what I want.
My husband do my own thing.
Which also brings us to, there was another question that came to my mind, that the whole torture scene, which kind of reminded me, okay, maybe because I recently watched it on TikTok. You know, have you watched that scene from Flash Gordon with the ball worms?
Mm-mm.
You're talking about Flash Gordon, the cartoon or the movie?
The movie, the live action movie. Because okay, it was trending a while back in Twitter where this woman was making fun about it. Not the ball worms. No, not the ball worms. And I always looked at this as like, okay, so there's the woman and the guy, and they're busy electrocuting these children and saying.
Funny enough, that movie actually inspired George Lucas to do Star Wars. So, yeah.
What?
But anyway.
Oh, the Flash Gordon. No, the Flash Gordon. Yes, yeah, I get it. Yeah, no. I was thinking about this movie. Like 1999.
Anyway, we're gonna tangent. Anyway,
okay.
So I'm saying, yeah, then we get to the torture scene because obviously they're trying to torture these kids for information, which again, very confused, don't make sense. Then I'm like,
and also just quick on that, but it's actual proper torture. It's not like, we're gonna torture you and then nothing really happens.
This is like
they could die. Actually be getting shocked. So like,
here's
who
what
is
I'm
the target audience for this thing?
Yeah, not only who is the target audience.
Introducing a torture kink.
But guys, also let's not forget that Piccolo threw a 5-year-old to a mountain. Like when we watched that, and we didn't have an issue with it.
Yeah, but we know why he did that. We don't know why.
But Threshold, in his mind, he was expecting something like that as well.
Before the Threshold torture scene, before that, I'm talking about
how they got captured.
About evil BDSM woman smoking a cigarette and torturing these people like it's a regular as Tuesday. And whenever she's doing something low key, it's like she and Nick Fury have got like a mind link. Whichever she does something out of pocket, he's coming with a cavalry. He's like,
Ivana, what are you doing?
No. See, he is like Fury mixed Dr. Xavier to the Professor Xavier. I'm seeing some BDSM fuckery happening right now.
Like, here's what I'm saying, guys. What is the point of this experiment? Like, manifest or you'll die. So you'll just kill more R&D research, basically.
Bruh, this is basically Stan versus the superhero island kids. Like, yo, if nothing happens, if you don't transform or try to save yourself, you're gone. Like, you're out.
But I'm saying, out of here. All the money then. I don't understand. Like, they keep saying this thing was a big experiment. It was expensive. Yada, yada, yada. We did it before and it went sideways. You're killing I don't understand what type of a science experiment is where you're just going to kill all your test subjects.
This reminds me of it. And then it's giving so many. This is G.I. Joe. Oh my God.
There is some G.I. Joe to this.
Because we've got now the good general leading an army to go rescue go attack the evil's facility that's led by the bad guys.
Yeah.
And ultimately it culminates with a big explosion.
Yes.
Okay, and then after that,
and bear in mind, I'm also thinking that Marvel's when I looked at some of these plot points, I was like thinking Marvel's MCU needs to give these people some money because the whole plot of the Hulk is just in this entire movie.
Hey, bro.
But anyway, so then we get this scene was hilarious. Then Helga shows up in a machine and she's also firing missiles.
Like she's like, you've shed too much blood, I have to kill you. At least you didn't understand that she's like,
But was she aware that it was Threshold before, or she realized after? Like she realized when she got there that, oh, it's you.
Yeah, but I still have to kill you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm saying, like, but here's my thing. Your boss said capture her alive. You guys did this whole thing because you need to get super people to do your military what. How does it benefit anybody to be killing these people?
I feel like those people are bored for the most
benefits.
part because they're training, there's no action, so they decided to defy the orders of their boss
Yeah.
and go rogue.
Yeah, now what's her face? Where they were supposed to be taking over the government with these Gen 13 children or whatever.
Mhm.
Yo,
Anyway.
and then they tried to say, "Oh, you were my favorite student." Yeah, it's like I didn't know that.
My nigga, I was just saying like 3 weeks ago. What do you mean I'm a favorite student? Like, what about Sarah Rainmaker? What are you talking about? Like, surely there must be more people that are more qualified and more, like, a lot greater than I am.
No,
you
used to eat all your fruits and vegetables without fighting.
that's right.
You didn't worry about you weren't smoking anything. I didn't have to chase you around school for
Helga,
your
I just
smoking.
right. Like,
No.
Yeah, but like Tebello saying it, bruh. She wasn't smoking. She was. If they told her do 10 push-ups, she did 10 push-ups.
Yeah.
If they told it's time for
teacher's
injection,
pet.
she got an injection. And
She's a teacher's
stress
pet.
Helga wa batho.
The other ones are like too busy. I have to keep chasing this one all over school.
Okay.
Shout out. I think that's what gave. Ignore the fact that this girl was smoking. The only thing that kept her athletics up to par with her smoking was the fact that she was being chased across the entire campus by this big burning woman. That was an additional physio.
Yeah, from the principal of the school. What was that movie with the little girl?
Matilda.
Who had, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, it's the principal of Matilda school chasing her around.
Western yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm also saying is that I'm just saying I don't understand how it behooves any of their plans to kill one of their successful experiments.
It's one of the biggest plot points. I can't explain it. It's the biggest one.
I don't understand.
No, clearly everybody had their own agenda because even for a child had his own agenda. I don't think Ivana wanted them to be tortured to that extent.
No, she did.
Okay.
And
she was like, yeah, please make sure you continue.
And
which
then
I'm like, kill it. And then also it's like, oh, I'm old, I'll show you. Like,
yeah.
So you're falling. So a whole grown person, you're just falling for provocations of like a teenager.
So clearly, you're not as old as you think you are. You're young at heart.
You're not as mature as you think you are. You can be as old
as mature.
I've seen 90-year-old people who are as mature as a toddler, aka Trump. But then again,
wow.
What did I say? Did you hear anything? I wanted to add. We got to the torture scene and Threshold is busy saying, no, I know I can read you guys' minds. I know what you're saying is true. But you know what? I'm gonna torture you anyway because I'm having fun. Oh yeah. But I also want you to activate the evil powers. But more to the first part, I'm having all the fun.
And I'm just like, wait a minute. Okay, anyway, we'll get to it later. So anyway, yeah, then he does that, then Grunge manifests. And Grunge, for the first time in the movie, is actually useful in giving some hands, which I'm just like, okay, I can see. Maybe you didn't waste your training.
Yes.
Because at least you got an uppercut in Yana, but like it took you forever. Because I don't understand how you got in here. If it's for the best and the brightest.
And we've got... then we have this other girl's like, no, I'm pretending to be Olga. And the other guy's like, I'm buying that. This accent doesn't make sense. Let's see you.
Yeah. I mean, also shout out to the scene where apparently Caitlin sees that Olga is still alive. She might bleed out in that machine. She might have internal injuries, but yeah, okay, she's fine, sure. But I don't understand why you
the only time you actually show that you care about someone. She just had, you're my favorite student. Oh my God.
Really? And I'm just like, why? But also, as Caitlin, why would I care? You just shot missiles at me.
Yeah, I think that's why she didn't care.
Yeah, that's what she left her to die in the desert.
Maybe Caitlin murderer in this thing. But anyway, then after that, right? After that whole situation, then what's this? then Caitlin, I think she makes it back to the facility. Oh, because she has a psychic link with her friends. Because
Yes.
also she's developing psychic powers, which they never indicated. But okay, sharp. So she has to go save her friends or whatever. And then that's when they all meet up, and she sees that Grunge has his powers, and then it's a big fight and a big beatdown. And again, this is where Ivana confuses me. You setting the whole facility on fire for an experiment that you wanted to succeed. What are you doing, woman?
But remember, she
It-
took the
it-
took the samples and probably the info and the data already.
She
Yeah.
doesn't even know if any of the other students are going to manifest. 2 of the students that have manifested are right in front of her, and she wants to kill them. Remember, there's a lot of people who have not succeeded at this program.
Mm.
And the 2 who have are the ones she's
But
ready
I
to
get
kill.
it. Look, besides, I think, what's
think-
his
I
name
think-
now? Matthew.
Yeah.
No one has actually manifested. So these 3, Grunge, what's her face, and Caitlin were the first success stories. So now, because she has the information and she has potentials, now she'll probably better refine the program in the future.
No, she didn't have information, dog. Because remember, they didn't figure out how she manifested.
I have a different theory altogether,
Mhm.
and it's a darker one.
All right.
I think my theory is she's just gets off making these kids manifest so that she can kill them. Because look what happened to the generation before. They escaped, and what did they do? Like, these guys had already manifested the power into the Gen 12, and they all got shot. They all got shot dead. It doesn't a matter of, oh no, we need to capture them alive so that we can preserve their powers or something like that.
But then why did Lynch survive? Why didn't they kill him?
He escaped. Oh no, he was already a member of the army at that point. That's the thing about Lynch. We have actually seen his powers.
No.
No, but I'm saying also on top of that, I'm just saying the story told me Ivana wants them alive. Ivana
Yeah.
even says capture them alive. Then
Yes.
turn around and you start firing missiles.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like this is how Shigo must feel working for Dr. Draken. Dog, you don't know what.
Facts.
Right.
1 minute we're taking over the world, the next minute we're selling cookies. Dog, what are we doing here?
Yeah, it's just a job shame.
This is Kim Possible, no?
Yeah.
If you look, Ivana is the Dr. Draken of freaking Gen 13. She doesn't know
Yes.
what she wants.
Yeah.
And her sidekick is the most evil person she's ever met, but she doesn't she doesn't care.
Yo. And then okay, after that,
And then Lynch is now coming there. It's like, hang on, kids, we're coming. Like,
why did you leave, Lynch?
Yeah, they
Why-
fixed
why-
the plane. He was gonna go get some reinforcements.
No, but I'm saying just call them.
why didn't you come with them in the first place?
Yeah, or just do that.
I don't know.
Like Lynch.
Look, I can't explain this movie. I'm exhausted, guys.
So also when grunge manifested, it affected Matthew, right? Because it basically knocked him out. Or did he punch him? Or what happened?
He basically grunge. He snuck Matthew. Matthew didn't see him coming.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then after that, what's this? Then they all get out. Then Grunge is helping Caitlin because he's bulletproof, or he can absorb stuff that makes him bulletproof, even though Caitlin was explosion proof. So okay, sharp. And then they beat up all those guys, and then they have a big fight with what's her face, where she uses a metal arm,
Yes.
Mortal Kombat style.
Ivana.
Ivana.
A metal whip.
She was activating a BDSM dominatrix mode.
What's with you and BTSM? But for me, it feels like that's also the G.I. Joe reference. Wasn't that hot chick with the glasses? Like, didn't she have like some hand that was?
But here's the thing that confuses me. All I'm saying is that I don't like what's this. She didn't get the information, right? She didn't actually get the blood samples or anything. She doesn't know how their powers manifested, because how it manifested for Grunge is very different for how it manifested for Caitlyn. Caitlyn just got mad and her powers came. Grunge
Yes.
was under electrotherapy,
And
forced
he saw,
electrotherapy.
and he saw his bae get tortured in front of him, and then he decided, nope.
So I'm just saying, but they didn't record it because, like, if that was the thing, if Gen 13 all activate out of anger, you might
Mhm.
want to write that down. Ivana, blow up the facility, kill everyone.
Hey,
Yo,
the Cobra Commando route.
yes, sis. And then okay, after that, the fight was not that great. It was kind of staticky and boring. But okay, sure.
No. We are not gonna cut out the most silliest part of this entire movie. This guy decides, okay, these guys have manifested my power. It's time to go reveal myself in all my splendor. I'm gonna run to my room quickly and go grab the nearest blanket. Basically, what was the hell with that cape? Look, I'm
That's what I'm saying. It has some Akira vibes. Because Threshold, Jiggy Jiggy became Tetsuo all of a sudden. Like, what's with you now?
I'm the biggest super villain with a cape fan in all movies, but this one, I was like, this is the most dumbest looking cape I've ever seen in my life.
I'm a bit confused with Threshold, guys. I don't think is he a villain?
We'll talk about it just now. But anyway, anyway, after this fight, right? So we have the fight. Grunge does the thing. Then they commandeer a thingy and they plan to escape. Then Jiggy Jiggy here comes Threshold. And first off, he does the Mortal Kombat fatality for a random reason or whatever.
Yes.
And like he's like, now join me, and then that's when I was like, hey Magneto, bro, you need royalties here.
Yeah, I was like, how dare you? How dare you?
Cape for cape.
I was like, that's what pissed me off. I was like, no, this was ridiculous cape. There's no way you're gonna pull a Magneto on us. No.
And join me and we will start a do. And I was like, yo, wait, no. That's when Magneto was on the radio. Threshold?
I don't care. Magneto should have just popped up immediately. Like, excuse me.
My whole floor, bar for bar, Matthew.
It's
really.
It's Magneto and Doom. Those two should have popped up. Huh?
He's like, there are ants beneath our feet. We are the new chosen. I was like, yo, literally you're gonna rip Magneto off line for line. Wow.
And then they laugh at him like he's and then they laugh at him. He overreacts, and the first thing that comes like, dude, can't you take a joke?
Yeah, like, because at that moment, to be honest, like if you guys really think about it, Grunge and Roxy really didn't really have a problem with this guy. Like, apart from the whole torturing thing, even when he was torturing them, they were like, Matthew, what are you doing, dog? Like, I thought we were cool. Like,
no, but here's the thing. Here's the big thing. You don't torture me and then ask me to join you. What is it with supervillains?
Bruh.
Like, this is what I don't understand about supervillains. They always get surprised when their henchmen turn on them. It's like, dog, you've been dissing these guys since day one.
Yeah.
Dog. And also,
you've been shooting them, you've been calling them. It's like Skeletor. Remember Skeletor? Skeletor used to just keep roasting all of his henchmen, and then when they turn on, he's surprised.
Shout out to my boy Skeletor, yo.
Hey.
But also, like, here's my thing, like, why do you have an issue when people laugh at you, bro? What happened? Because whenever people laugh at him, he reacts.
Who hurt you? Tell us, Matthew, who hurt you? This is a safe space.
I'm saying, forget that noise. I'm saying, like, if it was me and I was Grunge or Roxy, it's fuck you, bro. You put me through electrotherapy and now you're talking about some join me. I would have roasted the shit out of him. I would have been like, hey, man, take that punk ass eye patch of yours and turn it sideways and stick it where the sun don't shine. You want to tell me I must join you? You just electrocuted me for like I don't know how long. We almost died.
For shits and giggles.
Yeah.
For giggles, no less. Nothing serious. What? Look,
Must go give Dexter's mom her gloves back. Or you stole those gloves from her kitchen cabinet.
no,
Yes. sis.
that guy is screaming daddy issues without saying daddy issues. I mean,
I
take
mean,
me
he did see
seriously.
his mom die in front of him and his dad.
No, but I'm saying like this is
And
don't do the thing of join me after you've tortured me. Like I am not your friend, bro.
at the same time, I'm sorry. Like you can see, this was a 12-year-old's mindset. I'm gonna decide to be evil, so I'm gonna just wear a black cape.
I'm going to
I'm still
laugh.
offended.
But
Yeah?
who are you being evil to anyway? Are you being evil to the Gen
He wa-
13 students
No, he
that
wants to
you
be
are supposed to be helping?
He wants to be evil to everybody else on Earth.
Oh, okay. Magneto vibes. All right.
Yeah, literally, bar for bar.
No, but Magneto didn't torture his homies and then say join me. He was
Yeah,
like, yeah,
that's
the humans are wiling. Maybe we should do something about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Threshold.
that's what.
usually when Magneto fights the
And
X-Men,
now I'm going to
it's him reacting to what they're trying to do to it. Because the X-Men
Like,
usually attack first, right?
yeah, like I'm trying to. We are here to stop you. Like, guys, chill. I'm just gonna throw a gigantic meteor on the planet and kill everything on the planet right now. I
Yeah,
don't need.
so join me. Like you can see what these guys are doing to us. So join me and then let's destroy them. What did you just do, Cyclops? Wahafa.
Like, stop
Wolverine,
it.
I'm gonna take out your adamantium, you idiot.
Like Wolverine, are you for real?
Exactly.
But anyway,
Okay, let's get back here. 2 hours
yeah,
in.
now we get a fight scene which was okay. Yeah, all right. First off and foremost, after he bit from Magneto, then he starts biting from Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
Hey man,
That Kamehameha came out of nowhere, dog. I'm like, wait, what?
Ken,
Dude,
dog.
I was like, hold up, is this a special beam Kamehameha? What's going on here?
What the
Then
hell?
there
Is this a
was
spirit
Kaioken.
bomb?
Then there was Borderline Super Saiyan.
Dog, he jacked Kaioken, dog. Like at one point he's flying through the screen. I was like, this is Kaioken. What is happening here?
And
Yo.
the other I also wanted to say I felt kind of let down by this. I know her powers are immense, but telekinesis as a power was something I never thought would be happening with this
Yeah,
character.
she's basically the invisible woman of this.
Well, it's actually supposed to be gravity control, but
Yes,
Oh.
you're right.
they
You're
didn't.
right.
They probably couldn't
Gravity
animate
control.
it or
You know,
couldn't think of how to
I-
animate it
I
properly.
thought with all these people referencing her smoking habits, it would have had something to do with fire.
With fire, no? But I'm assuming that Buck, are you telling me that she doesn't have any forceful power at all? In the movie, maybe not in the comics, but in the movie.
That I don't know. I mean, in the movie, it does look like a force field, but I'm just saying that's why I'm saying it's confusing. And also, if she had gravity, that's instant KO.
Yeah. Why don't you just why don't you just pull him down? Like,
Yeah, like that's
Oh,
just instant. Like you just multiply the gravity around this dude, and he can't fly anywhere. He
can't do
can't.
anything. He's stationary.
It's
Yo,
even worse than that. It's like having these guys. It's like I think the guys who watched Earth's Mightiest Heroes were personally offended by that because they're like, you know, you can control gravity, and this is the most you can do. Girl,
no,
girl,
like
let me show you a character. Let me show you what a characters in charge of gravity does.
Graviton gave the Avengers hands.
I mean, this is before, but I hear you though.
But I'm just saying this.
Yeah,
this
that's what I'm saying. It's because
like,
of this show that they made Earth's Mightiest Heroes because they were so offended by somebody using gravity powers and it didn't amount to anything.
They clearly needed a leader, guys. Because if Batman was there,
yeah,
Roxy,
it was
use your gravity properly.
Fling
Yeah.
him off the planet.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, after that, then we get the fight. Then we get to see Grunge goes from it's clobbering time to Hydro Man. What's this?
His hand got chopped off, but
Yes.
Yeah, but he managed to put it back together. And then long story short, the KO threshold. And then like Caitlyn is about to kill him, which I'm surprised she didn't because she's been waxing people left and right in this movie.
Yes. I could snap your neck so easily right now, and like, no, don't do it, because that's the moment he said it's dramatic enough.
Oh, I was
The
pissed.
drama is that
was
intense. I
pissed.
must now do it. No, do not kill him, because
No, but
he
before that,
is your brother.
my
Dun, dun,
favorite moment is when he tries to get into their heads, and she's like, "Get out of my head!"
And that's
I
the-
really like that moment, man. I've never seen someone proud of
And that-
defeat.
Yeah,
A
go ahead,
telephone.
Extra.
I would say that, and that's where Bryce Singer got the idea for X-Men: The Last Stand, because
You mean Apocalypse?
no,
And
X-Ray.
I'm saying,
No, but he didn't direct Extra. That was
Oh.
Blade Runner.
Okay, so that's where he got the idea for X-Ray, because he saw, oh, okay, the Phoenix is busy screaming, "Get out of that!" That explosion is like,
Oh, and she's a redhead. Damn, you might be onto something.
so anyway, I'm saying after that happens, right?
yeah.
Then Lynch now all of a sudden decides, because he couldn't
Yes.
tell them at the facility because
Yes.
I don't know why. But
Mhm.
okay, let me tell them now.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Yeah,
Right.
like I said, he wanted to. I don't know why he didn't want. He should have just leaned into his telenovelas drama. That's why they made that whole monologue, because he is your brother. My brother. Yes, when you were babies.
All the telenovela he
you
was
were
watching finally paid off.
you were you were lost in the river, but I found you as a child and decided to raise you in secret so that they cannot find you. I was waiting
Why
until you
didn't you
become
take Matthew as well? Or was Matthew already taken by the?
He was already taken. But I'm saying, you work in the government, dog. Just go fetch him.
Let's go fetch him. Like,
track him down.
Like, you work in these things.
for me, it's like this whole twins thing lost at birth. Like, are you telling me that, okay, you are Princess Leia's dad? Are you telling me that you never once considered taking Luke to go see his sister? Like just go to Tatooine, take Luke and say, yo, I wanted to meet your sister.
No,
Nothing.
no. In that case, it kind of okay. Not me defending Star Wars right now. Let me just leave it be. But it kind of makes sense that way, because they could not. If they had any inkling that these two kids had the Force, or who the actual father is, there would have been a biggest problem. And it goes to my theory that Luke was actually the bait, because
Okay,
he
but
kept the
still,
surname.
you could have just made them meet or something. You didn't have to tell them that they're siblings. But anyway.
Yeah, well,
But like I'm saying, here we get here, right? Now Lynch all this time didn't say anything. Now, okay, sharp. Then now that this bra has found out that what's this? It's his
my
sister.
sister is not dead. You
Yeah.
are my sister.
So now they're trying to leave, right? Now they're trying
Yes.
to, right? Then the Cobra Kai lady.
Ivana.
Well, first off, she's like, I'm going to blow up the facility, and this bra's like, I cannot follow that order, madam. And then she decides to finish him.
Yes.
Fatality.
Throatality.
And then she decides she's going to blow up the facility.
What?
You heard me.
No,
Yup.
Kai, not on screen, but Kai. Anyway, so yeah, then she decides to blow up the facility or whatever, which I'm just like, I don't know how you got any government funding to do any of this with your clearance.
Bruh, if the
Yeah.
captain in Bad Boys was the one that was actually in charge of that facility,
You'd have a stroke and die.
he would have died.
Because
You
my
are-
God. No, when I first I was like, how much
There
budget
was
are
not
they?
enough Wusas to save that man from.
Nah,
He was gonna have a stroke and a heart attack.
Like how many missiles were being fired in this facility? How the armament there could have been used for defensive purposes across the world, but they have this place which has got more missiles than, I don't know, Dr. Doom's castle, and it's just chilling there in the middle of nowhere. And you're gonna tell me it was government funded? No, she's getting funding from somewhere else.
And then she sets it on fire.
Yeah, and then she blows it up.
Here's something that infuriated me, right? As this facility is blowing up,
Yeah.
Matthew, who just discovered he has a sister, who just discovered that he was being manipulated, who just discovered that the people he's actually angry at they are alive and they exist and etc., and he can find them. Come with us. No, I'm just gonna stand here and get crushed by rocks. Why?
Because we need a sequel with question marks.
He's dead.
Are you sure?
They said that they sweeped and they couldn't find a body.
Which confirms the point that he's still alive.
No, but I'm saying, why did you go with her?
Have you not watched any of the telenovelas? If there's no body,
yeah, then it means the person is not dead.
But I'm saying, why didn't he go? Why didn't he just jump on the ship with them?
Vegeta, dog. Like I told you, I'm a loner. I'm not gonna join y'all niggas. And also, remember there was a point where Fairchild went back to him for him, right? And then he pushed her back
into the ship, like no.
No. Extrodin. Vegeta was much more of a like when it was time to fight the androids, he was there. He stepped up to fight the androids the first time. When Goku and when they were all landing on, yeah, he was there at Bulma's house wearing pink shirts and things. That man was there. He was present. This guy, I don't understand.
No, this guy had
like my thing is he's such a vengeful character, right? He just found out the people who screwed him over are still alive and still exist and can be attacked now.
You've been working for the past how many, I don't know how long.
I think he just has a grudge against Lynch.
Yeah, he got issues.
That's the only reason. There's no other reason. Because I don't think he really has an issue with Roxy and Grunge, to be honest. I don't think so. I could be wrong.
No, but I'm saying he was talking about we can overthrow the government. Now he's got a team that actually has beef with the government or with one of the government agents or whatever. And you just found out that they killed your dad or whatever. And now you stand there and get crushed by rocks. Okay.
So I don't get it. You want to be in charge? You don't want to be under Lynch? What's your issue? Because he has an ego, dog.
I'm a god. Why should a god work for a peasant?
No, but I'm saying you just also felt like anyway.
That's why I was asking you guys if this guy is a villain or not, because I'm a bit conflicted whether he is or not. Like,
look, he's not the main villain. He's just one of the main characters. I think this movie was trying to serve as an introduction.
It was like a part one, yeah.
It was an introduction to this universe, and I assume it flopped so bad nobody wanted to touch it with an iron lance, because it does give vibes of
it gives like a first episode of an animated series vibes.
Yeah, it's like a long ass introduction.
Yeah, but then you don't do all of this stuff in your introduction. You introduce a villain for everybody to fight, and then you get used to the characters, and then we move on to exploding the facility. This I don't understand. Then you get to the end, and then this guy's like, you have potential to do good. And I'm just like, why didn't you recruit them in the beginning? This is the thing that pisses me off about Lynch. You could have solved all of this early.
Also, does that mean that Ivana was right? Why don't you just say, you guys need to go back home? Because you were saying this is wrong. You're saying this is a bad thing because you have gone through the same thing. It's dangerous. Let's not put kids into this program. But now you're telling them they have the potential to. So Ivana was not wrong then.
No, clearly Ivana didn't want to use them for any good purpose. I think that's the thing. But we don't get that because they don't explain. We don't see that this person has an evil purpose to do evil things.
But it also seems like Lynch was against the whole idea, not just because whether they wanted to do good or not. Like he was just against the entire thing initially.
Which I get and understand. I'm just trying to establish like they infer that this woman is the bad guy because she's just for lack of a better word, an annoying ass old bitch. But we don't get to see that she's wants to use these facilities for evil or whatever. We don't get to see that she's trying to, maybe she's getting funded by some other shadow organization and she's like a double agent. We don't get any of that. We just get that she's just mean to kids, and that because of that she's the bad guy and she needs to be stopped. No wonder this movie flopped. Wow.
Yeah, and then after that, they're in the ship, and then they're like, "Hey guys, I guess we're a team now. And then can you tell me about my dad? And can you tell
At
me
the
about?"
end.
And then it's the end.
Yeah.
And
Well,
this is where I want.
Roxy didn't want to join the team. Roxy wanted to go home. She was like,
Yeah.
"Screw y'all, okay, grand.
And
Nah, I'm okay."
and his boyfriend used his pelvic magic to seduce her. Like, if you want to get all this D, you're gonna join this organization.
No, but like, and I'm just saying, if I was Fairchild, I'm socking Lynch in the face. Why
Okay.
didn't you come and tell me earlier?
But let me ask you guys this question. If Threshold had joined them and went into the ship, who was going to be the villain of the story?
The crazy,
Ivana.
it's the
Okay.
crazy,
Ivana's still there, bro.
crazy
Ivana's
That's
still
why I
BDSM
think
chick.
he wasn't a villain, this guy, Fandiwan. But anyway.
No,
He's
the thing is, he's annoying. Like, he's confused and he's annoying.
okay.
And the,
He's an antagonist then. I can say that then, for the
yeah,
sake of the play.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm saying like, but the thing is, when he finds out the truth, which his whole thing is like, that's what the movies kind of tell us, is that the reason he is the way he is because he never knew the truth,
Yes.
and he was
Yeah.
always screwed over by the military.
Yes.
Now you actually have a chance to get back at the military. Now you're just going to be like, I'm going to get crushed by rocks.
I'm sorry. You like that?
I don't think he died though. I could be wrong, but I don't think he died.
No,
According
that's
to Wiki, he's dead, but that's just because the movie flopped. But I'm
there
just
you go.
saying, like, maybe if they set up that, maybe if they set up that it's brother and sister teaming up to take on the people who killed their parents, that might have been
That would
a
have been
little bit
great.
more interesting than
Yeah.
he just stands in some rocks.
Yes, and I wanna dedicate my life to help you develop your awesome powers. Soon we'll be able to be strong enough to make our family proud. Something. Give us something.
And then you could build off of like, a whole she teaches him not to be an asshole, basically.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
she marries Sue's brother. She basically
And then he explains
yeah,
to
he's
her why she's having those nightmares, what they mean, and all of that.
yeah, she must reverse it touching him. You're a good man, brother. There's good inside you.
Oh, well, here we are fixing a story that was written back in 1998. So,
Yeah, let's go back in time and fix it. Who's got the time machine?
Yes.
If we're going back
And
in
honestly,
time,
this story doesn't even need a lot of fixing just to be decent.
It
It
doesn't.
doesn't even
That's true.
it doesn't even need to be like rewritten, and you
Oh
literally
no,
just
no, that's
He just
not
needs
no.
to
I'm just
fix.
saying to be decent, not to be a good movie. I'm saying to be decent
Oh.
for yeah. You
Now I
literally
know
just
how.
add a couple of scenes here and there, and it becomes a much more watchable movie.
and a
Obviously, to make
stronger
it better,
dialogue. Oh my god.
Now I know.
yes.
I know
Oh,
how school teachers feel when kids bring in their assignments.
Yeah, this is like wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm saying like all that stuff in the beginning, cut it then. Open on the facility.
I
Like
just
you
have a
said a
dream.
bunch
Yeah,
of
it could have just started with Fairchild going to the facility meeting Helga. Maybe she wakes up from a nightmare. Like we
Because
don't
the-
need that
thing.
Yeah.
I just feel like this whole thing in the beginning, it was a way like first off, some of your best animation is in the beginning, which doesn't make any sense because you probably should have saved it for the middle and the more interesting parts. Also, you can take that time and start putting in the montages that Zuko was talking about and like doing something with these characters. Because the other
Also,
thing,
hmm.
it's
they
not only
suggest-
Fairchild. I'm saying it's not only Fairchild. Grunge doesn't get development. Caitlyn doesn't get development. Like no one
Roxy.
changes.
Mhm.
Yeah, Roxy doesn't get development. No one changes in this movie. They're the
Also,
same people
are,
at the beginning and at the end.
are they saying that this Rachel Rainmaker girl is dead?
Which one?
No, she was put in one of the incubation chambers and taken to some random facility. So I'm guessing if the story continued, that's when you would have seen her link up with the rest of the crew. But
Yes.
all I know is that like I'm just saying if the idea was that you wanted to kick this story off fast, you needed to cut the fluff anyway.
Yeah,
Mm.
and
Mm.
because now the whole scene of with the Mahosha at the beginning of the movie doesn't make sense.
It's
It's unnecessary
Yeah, it is. It's just
it
I
because
makes
it adds
sense.
nothing
The
to the story.
mahoshaness of it is not needed. The scene, the intent of the scene makes sense. There's just a lot of unnecessary stuff with the mahoshaness of it all.
yes, because
Mhm.
now we are wondering because this poor girl is still a virgin. Hey, hey.
Doesn't have a boyfriend.
Also, another thing that would have made me
Yeah.
happy is if she went back to the college just to give that Mahosha a few slaps. Because, hey, Musadodo natwala ngwana wa tumawazi.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, and that's just
Yeah, come back as a huge ass woman. It's like you.
Remember
Oh,
me? No, like
yeah.
honestly, I was, I was hoping for a Blade style comeback. Like, you think I
Oh,
forgot
God.
about you,
Oh.
comrades?
Well, she's still busy with some random
Jonga,
guy.
With
while she's
yet
still
another
busy
man-
with
with-
Josh or
with yet another man.
She kicks the door down like 300.
Yeah.
This is this is college.
It actually
Go
would have been
and
like
study.
how you guys are saying now. It actually would have been dope if she was there with Matthew, and Matthew does that to the door
Yes.
and starts floating, and she's like, and then yeah, she speaks.
hey,
And
that
then
guy, she was gonna have a heart attack if they did that.
But all I know is that I'm just saying, like, I can see the beginning was kind of interesting, but then as the movie goes on, it meanders a bit, and which is crazy because it's going so fast. And then also it's just like there's not enough explanation for what is really happening, and the villains are too inconsistent.
would you
Like,
say the comic
yeah.
book is better, Buck, since you read the comic?
I've started reading it. I haven't read all of it. The
Do you
characters,
think? Do you
the
think?
characters have more life to them. No,
Hmm.
this adaptation it's all over the place. Honestly.
Or I just wanted to know whether you think you and I should review it.
Oh, I mean, I'll be down to review it. But I need
All right.
to get through all of it because
No,
I'm
it's cool.
I'm-
We'll chop it. We'll chop it up. I'm interested in reading it as well.
yeah. But all I'll tell you now is that yeah, they decided to remix a lot of the lore here.
I think that's the other thing about movies that don't really follow
Back in the 90s,
the source material.
that's what they wanted. That's why they love doing it. That's the reason why we could have had a lot of the rings back in the 90s, but the way they remixed the storyline, Christopher Tolkien said, absolutely not. I'd rather get shot in the head.
Bruh, even Katsuhiro Otomo didn't follow his
Yeah.
own source material when he did the Akira the movie. I mean, he did the manga, which
Yeah.
is way better than the movie, and decided to cut out a whole lot of stuff for the movie. So
Like-
maybe I should read the manga.
Fun fact.
Actually, but that thing is so hard because you're thinking of time and the things you need to put in there. So you have to be very careful what you cut out so
Yes.
that it and the things that you cut out, you need to find a way to put
to
them
summarize them.
to put them in so that it's not just this void that happens and you're like, wait, where did Zuko get height? Zuko was short last week. Where did he get tall now? Like, you know, what happened? Was he bitten by a spider? Was he bitten by a giraffe? What's going on? Where did he get height? What's going, you know?
Bitten
So
by a
you-
giraffe.
So you
I like
always
that.
need to
I like that.
so you always need to when you that's always the difficulty with adapting something, because in a book you can be so descriptive and everything.
detail.
You can literally just like look at R.R. Martin. That guy will have just one page describing one character.
And even Tolkien,
Yeah,
and
and
Tolkien
then
would have
they haven't
pages
even
just describing a forest.
Yeah, they haven't even talked about the story or anything. But in a
That's what
movie,
they're
that
doing
will
the
be
Harry
like
Potter.
10 seconds.
That's what they're doing the Harry
That will
Potter
be like a
series
10-second clip. So you need to be able to, and that's where good filmmaking comes in and that's where little storytelling things like the way you light the character, the way you dress the character, the way the character you portray the character on screen, little things that you put on to it all these things build the character in your head. You're not even aware that you see this guy when he wakes up and his room is organized and clean, and you know, oh, he's a fuddy duddy, he's a this. You wake up and it's like, oh, this person is a mess, their life is a mess. Yeah, you're already making conclusions about this person, and this person hasn't spoken. They just woke up and you're seeing their room. So it's these little things that are important and critical in filmmaking, and that's why a lot of movies suck, because the unspoken word is not choreographed properly, so they're not. It's not shown properly.
Telegraphed.
So
Oh, the show
yeah,
not tell thing was not well executed, no?
But
yeah, you know.
yeah, I just wanted to say, fun fact, in the 90s adaptation of The Lord of the Rings, they wanted to make a love scene between Galadriel and Frodo. Let that sink in.
What?
You heard me.
No,
Wait,
don't let that sink
is
in.
this the animated movie
Keep
from
that
the
to
yourself.
70s?
No, they had a script that they wanted to make for a live adaptation for Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
And then they wanted, because of course back then they believed sex sells, they wanted to make a love scene between Frodo and Galadriel.
That's
That would have been so weird.
that would have been, yeah.
I was like,
Lord, you would have a queen.
Isn't
Whoa.
Galadriel married already? So what's happening here?
look,
And isn't she like Arwen's grandmother or something? Like, what's happening?
like that's why that movie never saw the light of day, and I'm so thankful. Like this is why it's important to protect your IP, guys. Imagine some guys like, hey, look, let's make your main character sleep with an 80,000-year-old grandma.
Yeah, and you know what they were gonna do in that adult industry about stuff like that. It was gonna be a thing.
It was gonna be a thing. No.
Isn't it a thing already? But anyway, anyway,
Do you guys
just
have any rating? Do you wanna rate this movie?
Oh no.
to rate this movie, oof,
I will do it in injustice. I'm sorry.
some of the animation is cool, but like, yeah, the story is rushed and convoluted. Lynch, I kind of liked him, but the more I think about it, the more I get pissed off. So I'm already having to. Hey, dog. I'm just saying, Yoda, like, the whole universe is in danger. When you want to come here and spit riddles? Tell this nigga who he is. Tell this nigga who his dad is, so that he can go in there knowing what he knows, and then he doesn't have to run off and chopped off. Yes, sis.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that's your ranking.
I agree with Buck. Good concept, poorly executed.
I'm gonna say 6 out of 10. No, hey, even 5. I'm gonna say 5.
Pass mark.
Yeah. There's heart in this. It's just in the wrong places.
Sorry, Zooks, were you saying something?
No, I was just saying I agree with Buck. It's when you look at it as a whole, there's a structure, there's a foundation there, but when they start putting in the walls and the ceilings and the stuff, they stopped buying the PPC, and then they bought the Fong Kong stuff, and it loses it. And
Too much dagger.
yeah, so it's very disappointing in that, because it had the potential for everything, because it's got the basic storyline. Girl discovers mysterious past. It had this guy who's actually evil is my brother. Can I save him? It had I knew your father. Let me show you the path. It had the evil queen. So it had lots of elements to make it a good movie, but it had the comic relief sidekicks, the angsty, spunky, good best friend. It had everything that you would need to make a good movie, but I don't know what happened. And then the script just tanked it, and then the voice acting made it worse. So I wouldn't recommend this to anyone, so I'll probably give this like a 4.
Oh, okay. Tebello?
Look, you guys are so kind. I was just no, guys. This movie is bad. I'm sorry.
Is this worse than Ahsoka?
What are you gonna say, Buckmeister?
I was saying, I'm hoping you're not using like a titty graph for your rating. I feel like that's
titty graph.
Like titty graph.
Yeah, like whenever I see boobs, I minus 2 points.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I wonder why you would minus 2 points when you see boobs.
Because there are 2 of them, are they?
Exactly.
So
Oh, God.
if there's one person who had a had a breast removal surgery because of breast cancer, I had to -1. That being said, guys, this movie, I know it has a lot of nostalgia vibes and stuff like that, but the fact that it came out in 1998 triggers me all the more. Lion King came out in 1998. Pocahontas came out in 1998.
Don't say Pocahontas.
Don't,
Whoa.
don't say Pocahontas, bro. No.
Pocahontas is bad. Are you telling me if you have to you have to compare the two of them between Pocahontas and this movie, which one?
This.
I'm watching this one. I'm sorry. I'm watching this one. I'm sorry. I'm watching this.
Pocahontas was so racist. Oh my God.
And
For me,
then,
it's a nothing. Pocahontas is a nothing burger. I mean,
Then
it is a good message.
No,
but-
I'm
it's a
saying
nothing
it's
burger. It's true.
offensive in the fact that they tried to make the Native Americans look like the invaders.
Exactly.
I'm like, dog, that does not track. No.
How are you invading in your land?
Munna. No, I'm saying they try, like they have a whole number about savages, and like
Yes,
they like, oh,
and all that, and the voice acting was still somewhat passable. The voice acting here still makes me cringe. There's so
Dude,
many scenes that
Pocahontas,
I
you had Mel
physically
Gibson.
cringe.
What are you talking about?
Oh God, yeah, I forgot. Shit. Okay, yeah, no, Pocahontas. No, remove Pocahontas. I take that back. Mel Gibson
and
is terrible.
Pocahontas walk like a woman sometimes. She's always crawling on the floor. I'm like, she's got 2 legs, gents. Come on.
And the okay, even to you. Okay, it's not maybe it's not fair, but I'm still gonna make this comparison. Dragon Ball Z is older than this thing. Are you gonna tell me the voice actors from Dragon Ball Z did a better job?
But I'm still going back to what Zuko said way earlier. The budget, guys. I don't think this thing had a lot of budget.
Yeah, I can.
I
Okay,
mean,
look.
But I'm saying, like, to Tebello's point, it's just like some of the voice actors. Even I get budget, but throw your back into it a little bit.
Yes,
Mark Hamill was acting his ass off as Threshold.
you are that, and that's the thing.
The thing, the
Did you
script-
guys hear the Star Wars joke in that thing? Am I the only one that heard it?
the
Yeah,
storm-
yeah.
I don't know.
Hey,
they have
look.
Stormtrooper aim. They have Stormtrooper aim, so I guess.
That being said, then it's that there are some places where the animation looked a whole lot choppy. There was also the never-ending referral to, okay, I've never seen such brightly colored blood in my life. Oh no, guys, I'm gonna give it a 2. I'm sorry. I know you want me to 2 because I know you guys can do better. Send this thing back and start it from the beginning. Like it
I
needs.
wouldn't want to be in Tebello's class, guys. As a lecturer.
Why?
No, honestly,
No.
I only
I
gave it
see-
a 4 because I could see the potential.
That's because I see
it's
the
getting 4
potential.
for potential, not
No, you're giving mercy because you're giving 4 because you see the potential. I'm giving it 2 because I see the potential and I see how all of you there never lived up to it. Only
Group
Mark
work.
Hamill.
Clearly,
Only Mark Hamill was there.
clearly one person
Was
everybody's
doing something and everybody was just sitting there. Never, no. So
no,
that's
but
up to none.
honestly, are you telling me that E.G. Daily didn't do a good job, Roxy?
Yawn fest. There's so many choppy lines, and that's the thing. If you wrote a better script, you'd have seen these people's performance fly through. Now that's the thing.
Dialogue, her performance was good, but the dialogue was just
wow. Just you can see that like it was made by these ADHDers that who woke up 11 in the morning, realizing that this thing is due 8, and they spent the whole night writing.
That's why it's like it's one person who did the entire group's assignment.
Yo. Anyway.
Well, for me, man, I loved this movie for the longest time. I think I've only seen it twice or once, like when I was a kid, and I loved it so much. But I would think about it from time to time, you know. But I've only seen it, I think, last week after we recorded that Saturday. Then I watched it just to see, like.
Am I buffering? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my network is beginning to act up. Let me just go off and see if I can just.
Oh, okay.
Be right back.
All right. Yeah. So as I was saying, so a part of me enjoyed it, but when I was watching it again today for this review, I was like, wait, what's going on here? all of a sudden it's like reality started kicking in. Like, whoa, 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 what's with the dialogue? You know, I think it was it Zuko or Buck saying that the foundation is good. You know, you can tell that whoever came up with the concept has had a great idea in mind, but I think they just didn't have the best writers for the job. And I get the impression that at the time, Image Comics seemed like it was very good when it comes to art, but I'm not sure if it was good when it comes to story. I could be wrong. I've never really read any of that stuff. I'm only familiar with Invincible.
Stuff from that era, I think they were struggling story-wise because
Even Savage Dragon?
no, I mean I don't know, but I'm saying like my reference is Spawn, and I'm sorry to everybody who's a Spawn fan. That stuff is just look at this cool shit I can draw. Because when you read this, it's like
yeah, and even I'm not sure about Wildcats. I know there was a cartoon version of Wildcats, but I've never read it, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, it just goes to show, guys, writing is not a joke. Like
no, like we get like we're impressed with animation. Like also as a person who's animating is hard. Drawing is hard.
Yeah.
I mean, you know this, Cam.
Yeah.
You also do it. Drawing is not easy at all. Like to plot these things, to draw the characters, to get the angles of the characters, etc., etc. But you can have the best art in the world, but sometimes if that story is bad, there's no saving it.
100%. 100%. I mean, I don't want to lie to you guys. I'm watching Sakamoto Days, but I think I've watched way too many of these things. I'm not feeling it as much as I thought I would. You know, and the art is great, but the story, I'm like,
hold up, wait, family. So, something I just remembered something. You know, there's this movie called The Last Rainforest. I forgot its name. Fern Gully.
The Last Rainforest.
Yeah, it's this sweet ass movie about this fairies protecting the last rainforest from industrialization. You feel very bad about industrialization and deforestation after that movie. But that movie came out in 1992, and I still remember that because of the voice acting, because Tim Curry put his foot in it. I'm sorry.
Also, it's animated.
Yeah, -1.1. 1 out of 10. Thank you.
Wow.
This is not as bad as Rebel Moon. You were nicer to Rebel Moon, Tebello. This is not as bad as Rebel Moon.
Dude.
Maybe because I see, look, I'm more closely attuned to animated works than I am attuned to live action films. When I see a live movie and stuff like that, it hurts, but it doesn't hurt as much as I see when I see somebody flop a live animated production.
I just want to say that, you know, I don't want to lie to you guys. I don't know. I think I've mentioned this before. Anime has spoiled us. Like, we've gotten some of the best stuff in the world because of anime. Like the stuff we watched, whether it's Code Geass, Death Note, whatever it is that we've watched, Kingdom, all these things. They raised the bar so high that when we look at any other thing, it pales in comparison. Whether it's Batman the Animated Series, Young Justice, we loved those things. And now when we see other things, we're like, oh my God, this is horrible. So
in fact, I'm gonna watch that Last Rainforest movie. Maybe I'm just blinded by nostalgia.
Maybe. Anyway, I give this movie a 7. I give it a 7. Despite all
you got a passing grade. Let's calculate the average. Let's calculate the average.
So there's 1.
No, put it back at 2. I can't be that cruel.
So there's 2, 4, 6,
7. Yeah, divided. Okay, wait. Where's my calculator when I need it?
I'm 5.
Oh, 5. 2, 4, 5, 7.
2, 4. Wait, wasn't there 6?
Yeah, this is Taxi Maths, Papa.
Taxi Maths, yo. Hey, sorry guys, you just gave me PTSD, man.
It's 13 divided by 4.
It's 13 divided by 4. So no, sorry. It's 13 over 40.
4? No, wait. So you said Zuko said 4. You said
7.
You said
plus
7.
2 plus
7. So 6 plus 7 is 13.
Yeah. Plus 5.
And plus 5 is 18.
Yeah. Ototsi 40 is 18 or 18 it's 45. You got 45%. There you go.
The past in South Africa.
Pass mark standard grade.
It's a standard grade pass mark. There you go. You'll
There's
be
no
happy.
standard grade, guys. There's just one thing. You either pass or you fail.
Yeah, no,
You are
Zuko
showing
would have
your
been the
age.
toughest.
Standard grade.
Would have been the
Higher
toughest
grade,
lecturer
standard
ever.
grade.
No. At least it's there. It's you almost made it.
Okay, guys. Anyway, I hope you guys are still with us, and we thank you so much for checking us out. This is African Frame. We will be doing some movie animated stuff because we haven't been doing this. We've been doing a lot of series, long series for the most part. We're still gonna go back to those. We're still doing that.
Who's doing the Rebel Moon review? Is it me or you?
No, it has to be
That's
me and Rob. It's African Frame.
Yeah. We still need to redo that. We need to invite
And Heart of the Hunter and all of that. Yeah.
Hey.
But I'm just saying on this one.
Yeah.
On this one, it's I'm just saying animated movies as well, because we cover animation and all of that. I'm hoping that we can do Titan A.E after this one.
Oh,
but,
yeah. I kind of like that movie.
Yeah, me too. But
maybe I want
the
to
whole
check
studio went bankrupt, I think, after that movie.
I wonder why. We should see and find out. Do you want to let us find out together?
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I don't know. Do you guys have any last words before we shut it down?
Goodbye. Good night.
I wish it was better because it was kind of like, oh, this is like hardcore Batman the animated series. Then as it went on, I was like, I apologize to Batman the animated series for comparing.
Yeah. Anyway, do better, kids. Learn from your mistakes. It's an opportunity to grow, not give up. So go back to your studios. Get passionate voice acting. If you can't afford to buy a voice actor at a certain price point, find someone else. Give a new kid a chance to put their foot in it and see how well they can passionately go at it. But then again, that's why I was saying voice acting has come far. I think that's another thing we need to acknowledge.
Yeah.
Because whoa, here it shows. But that being said, it was a good afternoon to waste. So thank you.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for checking us out. We hope that you will continue to support us and continue to like and subscribe. We hope you guys also liked our geek edition of the phase 2 of the MCU. We shall keep giving you guys more stuff in the future.
And I couldn't make it, shame.
It's okay. Anyway, guys, from myself, Tebello, Khala, Buckmeister Cul, and Zuko Mlambo, we shall see you guys on the next one. Cheers.
Peace.
Alicia.